Where did my countdown go? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello, darlings, dears, and internet. Welcome to tonight's episode of DieRole.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Hello.
I don't know what setting I changed.
Howdy.
Are we actually live?
I think so.
Let me
Okay.
check.
I have a button that says end stream instead of stream, so I would assume.
Oh,
Well.
yeah, probably.
Interesting.
Yes. Will I ever understand Streamlabs? Probably not, but that is okay.
We are live.
Fantastic. All right. Hello, everybody. I know it has been a little bit of a pause, but we wanted to wait until all of our, well, most of our players could get back in the seat. So
F's in the chat for Nick.
F's in the chat for Ashoka and Gregnet, who lives on in our heart always. So,
Thank you for the F's. I will send Nick. I mean Victor.
These two.
You want to... Okay. So, with that in mind, Darius, did you have a question about what was going on before, I do believe?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Also, my character sheet's all messed up.
What do you mean?
Uh-oh.
Let me take a look.
Is it from Wizard
Ryan looking?
Tony?
Wait, should I exit? Because I was looking at it. I didn't change anything.
Uh-oh.
I just looked.
So the only thing is that when you go through the pages, it changes the pages for everybody else too. So that's
Oh, shoot. Okay.
That must have been it.
It looks
So you know-
normal now. Someone changed it.
I got it back now. Thank you.
I went back to the main page.
Sorry,
Here's
I just won't look at it, and I'll just ask what the spells are.
It's okay.
Mm.
It's all good. So, general overview of what has happened the past few sessions. So technically this is still a bottle episode, everybody.
Oh my
Ha.
God.
So,
I feel responsible for this.
Bottle of what?
bottle of something. Bottle of chaos. So,
Look on the wall.
It's a
inciting...
bottle of epic soda.
Oh, boy. So, inciting incident. In the middle of the night after our party has acquired information leading to them to find the originally sought-after object that was brought them to this island, at least one of them, a wall inscribed with hash marks. Pam ran off into the forest and got sucked into one of the trees, unbeknownst to the rest of her party, who the next day went out to explore the forest to go look for her, had various fights and adventures, got tempted by trees with various vices and memories, eventually found that there was somebody else actually living on this island. A slightly unhinged seeming young woman. After this, they tried to go back to the ship to see if Pam was there, and she was not. But once upon the ship, feeling a little bit disillusioned after Vincent was also tempted by one of the trees and fought a fake black dragon, which shouldn't even exist anymore. Essentially, Darius and Morgana decided, we don't like not feeling useful, so we're going to call Iris and see if she has anything. We just need something. And she did, in fact, have something, which is a book which belonged to previous oracles, within which some of the pages were missing and or torn and are slightly burned. And she mentioned how she was able to essentially travel into this book and go through previous oracles' memories, but when she got to these pages, she was running into some kind of an issue and needed to know what they said. And that led her to then bring the whole party inside of this journal where the party kind of merged with the previous party of a previous oracle, the Oracle Taya in particular, originally starting out where Morgana became Chip as a paladin, and Vincent became someone named Drax, who was a fighter. Darius remained Darius, the ever inscrutable. Rendor eventually turned into Tony, the at the time rogue goblin. And then, in the midst of trying to figure out what the heck was going on, they ended up fighting a different variation of the same party, and then found some kind of a weird time travel magic piece artifact thing, and then Pam and Gregnut showed up, and then Tony touched the time travel thing, and then a lot of little things happened. Pam disappeared
Things
again.
kept getting things.
Greg Nut also just.
I was gonna say things kept getting weirder
Correct.
from there.
In the Twilight Zone, as they tend to do. And
Yep.
the most recent weirdness, so after heavens to Betsy, my words are becoming more English. After that all transpired. The English has offended Honey, I'm so sorry.
Honey's just worried about what transpired next.
Yes. After all of that had
On the edge of her dog bed.
That's when Borgana became Chipconicus.
Correct. It was throughout this whole process that
Chipconicus.
happened. Yes. Eventually, the time device was used to essentially go back to before there was another incident with a different variation of the group. And now you're running into more and more copies of these other characters. You've also received 3 separate strange messages written on various walls across this, dungeon, which we have written in the chat somewhere. If y'all would
Yes.
care to find and read those.
Is it pinned?
Huh?
Oh.
I don't know if it is.
I thought they were pinned.
Control
We can find them. I know I got one not too long ago. I have one here, but
Okay, I am finding a pinning.
Time cannot be destroyed. New versions of it are discovered. We are and not are us. We have always been that which we never were. The only difference is time and timing. We cannot undiscover the truth. And then this chaos is greater than what you know. Oh wait, never mind. That might be something else. Time never ends. It is?
That one is
I
one,
think
but
that is
maybe
one.
let Max read that one. Go
Yeah.
ahead and read the next one you were going to read, Ryan.
The third one?
Yeah.
Time never ends is the concept we use to contain and understand progression and regret.
And then Max, I pinned the other one that starts with this chaos. Do you want to read that?
Yeah, sure. This chaos is greater even than what you know. I don't know how, but help her stop the cycle. Please, help her. I don't know how many of us have died. Let time move. We die.
So, a little bit of some spooky stuff seems to be going on.
Pretty spooky.
yeah,
Pretty spooky.
spooky.
Spooky 5
It's pretty spooky. What did you say?
And the latest iteration of people who existed. Let me bring us back to that map, if I can find it. Where did I put it? Hold on. Oh, yes? No, that's the ship. I'm sorry, I have far too many maps just unlabeled in this zone. So just give me one moment here.
No problem.
This one. Ah, beautiful. Okay.
Yep.
So the latest iteration of people that you have run into, the classes of the different people that you had encountered, along with some of their races, had changed. But the bigger issue was that 2 of the Draxes, one of the Tonys and one of the Chips, had your version of Taya, who is Iris, seemingly in a state of not great health, held up by the neck, which is what led Vincent, you to say... Wait, do you recall how you phrased it, by chance?
I can make my best
I'll
guess.
take it. I'll take a guess.
But yeah, I think I distinctly remember using the phrase that I wanted to like combine all the Draxes or like absorb all of them or something. But basically kill all the Draxes and then use that energy to
Make
restore
all the Tayas
Iris.
be alive.
Yeah, restore their health.
Okay.
Oof.
So
But I
you
don't remember. Yeah.
you essentially
I-
chose for every iteration of Drax to take whatever place Death may have had for any version of Taya, which includes Iris. Currently.
Yes. May I also point out that I did get a 6 on that roll?
You did.
Ooh. That's how
But-
you know it's a good choice.
Yes, clearly. Thank you for
Mhm.
justifying my stupid decision.
Actually, first you got a 1, and then you used your chaos roll to reroll, and then you
my
got a
God.
6.
No, I got a 1, and then Cody let me borrow
Oh,
their roll.
That's right. Vorgana donated it.
We're gonna.
Okay.
So the universe is trying to tell you not
I'm glad
to do it.
that
I see how
That's
you
debatable. Listen, if I had gotten a 1, it could have been much, much worse.
That's true.
that's very true.
Not that it's already, like, not really pretty bad on its own.
We will find out.
Indeed, we will. So it is with this that I'm going to say we are going to cut back. Vincent, currently you're just sitting in a beach house, but we're going to cut back to the rest of these folks. Thank you for reposting those, Ryan. Much appreciated. In fact, let me just pin that one, because that's much better. Oh, yeah, pin it. Okay. So what I would like everyone here to do, including you, Pam, is I would like everyone to roll a wisdom saving throw with a
Do we
DC
all get
of
those 5?
18. No. You do, because you're Paladin Pam, but you are not actively in range of them yet until
see.
after this saving throw takes place.
Where am I? Like, what happened?
Good question. Just a moment.
Oh.
Do the roll for me, please.
Oh goodness.
All
I
right,
can
all
only-
right. So 18. Oh no! No!
Oh, no. Oh, it's saving throw. Oh no. I'll reroll that.
No! Even Rendore's
Well.
wasn't that good. No!
Well, that's
What was
my
the
own
DC?
fault.
So the official DC that I didn't say out loud was 18.
I just made it to 18.
So,
Did I just kill everyone?
hold on. Hold on there.
We're all dead in this book.
Is Gregnet still here?
Okay. Pam?
Wait, is Gregnet still here?
Pam?
Oh, okay.
So moments ago, what feels like moments ago, something happened where you were zapped back out of the existence that you had had in this place, and you found yourself standing in the end of a hall of mirrors, surrounded on all sides by reflections of yourself, and you were just like turning and getting confused and like trying to wait. In that time, would you like to try to do anything before this wisdom saving throw would have happened?
Probably just try to find a way out.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
And then I'm also just saying, hello? Oh my gosh, why is my... Every time my investigation sucks.
Okay. So you make an investigation check, but really what that turns into is you almost like whipping after your own tail as you call out hello. And after you call out that hello, one of the times when you turn towards yourself in the mirror, instead of your face, you see like a overly large, upsettingly familiar humanoid version of someone that you know with glowing red eyes and like smoke coming out of her mouth. And she smiles at you. And then the wisdom save happens. And you pop back into existence in a different part of this same dungeon that you were in before. And something inside of you tells you Drax is gone. Vincent is gone. But Drax is more gone. But you know something important about Drax has just happened. And... are holding on to that specifically. Everyone who rolled below an 18, you kind of have to stand there and blink for a moment as it feels like part of your brain. It feels like you just forgot something that you came here to do. It feels like there was
What's going on?
some element
Where
of
are we?
this. Yeah. You know that you were in a dungeon, you know that you were trying to help Iris out, but you're not sure. There's like some missing part of it, but it's not that important because, I mean, that can't make any sense. You were just here with Iris. Vincent stayed back on the island. You were taking care of things in this book with her to get everything figured out, and you met all these weird people. I mean, you met Chip, and you met Tony, and you met Taya, and it's just been so much. But you'll get back out of the book somehow. You're going to help her figure this out. So, essentially, so you, my players, know, none of you remember Drax. In fact, hold on. Let me...
No.
I need to roll for Iris.
I disagree with this, but the DM has spoken, so.
Except for me, right?
Except for you. You remember, and Iris is actually, because of Iris reasons, she is going to get advantage on this. Because Iris has always been good at... Iris has always been good at remembering things that other people forget.
That's true.
As evidence from, like, her beginning of why she even came to Portland way back when.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a good lore joke. Deep lore joke.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely
Oh,
she
my
remembers.
Yay!
God.
Heck yeah.
So, Pam, you,
There
like...
you go, Iris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You back into existence, and you look up, you recognize something's weird with Drax, maybe Vincent, but mostly Drax, and then you look down and you see Taya, who you know to be Iris, instinctively, this Taya, meet eyes with you, and hers are just, like, wide with a kind of both horror and recognition of, like, that explains some things. But she is clearly not particularly well. Rendor, I believe you are this gray square right here, yes?
I believe so. Yes.
Yes. Okay. So this also means that...
Yeah, because I telekinetic. Yeah. Okay. I remember that.
Yes, you did. You were enjoying your new fun wizard powers. So I'm going to roll real... You know what? No. I don't have time to roll for each of these NPCs individually to see whether or not they remember. I'm gonna say the only ones who have a chance at remembering would be the Tayas. So I'm going to roll once for each of these two Tayas. But this Taya in the corner also... Actually, she's alive again, that she wasn't before, because before this one was dead. And this one was older but alive. And I need to draw some more things. But I'm going to roll 2 more wisdom saving throws for those two Tayas. Do not give me your funny Beholder error code D&D Beyond. You're not cute. Taya's good at wisdom, though.
For some reason, cool. For some reason, I'm just getting the thing where 2 of the eyes are kind of doing like the shrug, and it's just like the beholder shrugging. It's like, well, I don't know.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
I don't know why I'm getting that image in my head.
Okay. So this
Oh
Taya
gosh.
remembers, this Taya does not. Okay, so the older Taya, who
Okay.
is dressed in white gauzy robes over here, that you and Darius were interacting with Morgana, she does not remember, and this one neither. So you all have the same level of knowledge, you 3. So, Pam, you show up. It looks like some strange stuff has been happening, and some fights may be about to happen. What would you all like to do, now that you've all had part of your brain a little bit reset, but you're forgetting that moment to moment?
So wait, where am I with Iris?
You are this red square. She is this light green square. I don't know if y'all can see my...
I can kind of see.
Here.
I
This
can't
is
remember
Iris.
if I'm the red.
I see. Okay.
Okay.
That is Chip. This is Darius. This
Okay.
is... This is Tabaxi
Who's
Tony Archer. This
Oh, okay.
is Chip. I forget what class he was. This is gauzy white clothes having... Yes. Taya.
Got
Which
This
one's
is another
Arcana?
This one is your Taya, the square. Yes. All right. So we have popped back into existence. Someone may or may not have just been erased from history, and there may or may not be several fights breaking out. What would you all like to do?
Gosh.
What was that?
I think Ryan was just
Someone's
exclaiming about the current situation.
Oh yeah, that definitely that, and also I turn over to Darius, and I'm just like, what the hell's going on? My brain is a scrambled egg right now.
Can I use
are we about to fight?
what's my screaming thing?
Oh no.
Your
Thaumaturgy?
thaumaturgy? Yes.
Hold!
Okay. Go ahead and roll an intimidation check with advantage. And make sure you mark off the spell slot. Is thaumaturgy a cantrip? It might be a cantrip.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a cantrip.
Wait, who's this on? Is this on?
It's just out. He
Of the
just
other
yells.
Tony? Okay.
What
Go
am I
ahead and
rolling?
intimidation check with advantage because you did a big yell.
I don't know if Darius meant to do this, but I feel like I'm gonna get like thrown back by this yell.
At the least, you
'Cause I'm,
will
like, right
comedically
there.
stumble slightly.
I'll be like, huh? Oh, boom, and then fly.
Okay,
Oh,
so
wow.
Darius, your yell seems to kind of break everybody out of the little bit of haze that they entered in. Pam, you hear Darius shout behind you. Taya, Iris/Taya steps up from the floor. Rendor, you're also kind of brought back into total awareness and realize that you're staring at a different Tony across from you who is also startled. And there's still a wall separating you from whoever it was that was previously handling the previously unconscious Iris. And you can also see that Taya is alive in the corner now. So Darius has just yelled hold to everyone. So you have their attention for a good 10 to 20 seconds. What do you want to say, Darius, with that authority you
Hello,
have?
my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime doll.
Oh no.
I pull out a top hat and I start doing like the. Yeah. I'm just kidding.
Okay. No, really.
It's beautiful.
Everybody just stop.
Okay.
What's going on here?
I'm going to need you to roll a persuasion check. No advantage. Does anybody else move while Darius says this?
Yeah, I'm going to take advantage of the stillness, and I'm going to just boogie me and Taya back towards our friends. I'll just carry her with my telekinesis.
You said persuasion?
Yeah. Okay. So after your
Perfect.
slight
Oh, no.
musical interlude, they seem rather unconvinced with your with your words of patience. You can see the Tabaxi man over here draws his bow again. This chip in the corner kind of raises his fists. And the Taya standing before you kind of lifts her hands as well as though to cast some kind of a spell.
Let's see here. I guess no. Well, I guess
I'll
I
say-
could go for something. What was that?
Each of you would have a time to try like one more thing before I'm going to make us roll initiative. So just be aware.
Okay.
The tension's about to snap.
I go. Is there really any need for this senseless fighting? I mean, like, I don't know, y'all. Y'all don't know me, even though I look exactly like that guy at the very back over there. I think this is just ridiculous. Like, why are y'all even fighting in the first place? Can y'all even just use your words for a second and let's all figure this out?
Are you casting a spell with this at all, or are you just trying to talk some sense into them all?
I'm just trying to persuade. I'm trying to like persuade them into like just
Having a genuine
stop.
Conversation.
Yeah, just let's have a genuine conversation here and figure this whole mess out.
All right. Make a persuasion check. I'll roll individual checks specifically for the people that you are currently facing. So,
Okay, please. Oh my god, are you kidding me?
Can I offer advantage at all?
if you say something to help convince, then yes, you can offer them advantage. What do you say?
I second this. I think we all just need to sit down. I can make some tea. We can all just kind of work things out together. There's no need for bloodshed. There's no need for weapons. I think we just need to talk things out, figure out what's happened here.
All right. Go ahead and roll with advantage, Morgana. So roll that persuasion roll again and take the higher of the two.
Oh my god.
Oh, come on.
So this is for the Taya. Oh! The Taya.
Whoa!
Taya will listen.
Taya, thank you.
Let's go.
Hold on. But Tony, though. But Tabaxi Tony ain't
Okay.
buying
Oh, no. Tabaxi Tony, why?
it. And then how about good old Chip? Oh, Chip is considering it.
Oh.
So Tabaxi Tony stays fully drawn, but the Taya, the older looking Taya with like feathery gray hairs and the white gauzy clothes, kind of puts her fist down and then looks between you, Darius, and then glances it back over towards Pam, and then she kind of squints at the floating version of her younger self that you've currently got kind of right there, Rendor. And she kind of sighs, and she looks towards the Tabaxi, and she says, I know you're not going to like this, but I think we might actually need to hear them out. Are you serious about this? We need to at least see how many cycles they've been through, and how they brought 2 other people in here. I mean, look at that man. You ever seen those purple robes? Neither have I. The Tabaxi, considers it. He's still got his
Thank you.
his bow drawn, but he lowers it a little. However, the other thing I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Oh no, which layer are you on? Not this again! I forgot about this. Oh heavens to Betsy! Oh heavens to Betsy! Oh. Just the existential dread of moving things in Roll20. No.
Yeah, it'd be
Uh,
quite a handful sometimes, I think.
no. Ryan, when does that 3D modeling version of the thing come out? I want it, please.
Okay, well, another one came out
What?
just recently. Yeah, got Game Master Engine. It's on Steam. It's like $15. I really think you're buying it.
Okay, I will look at it later also.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah.
There's
That sounds
additionally
sweet.
there's also good old Schmeppy.
There is good old Schmeppy. I feel like we use this for rolls too, though, which is the reason why I stick with it, but okay.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
gonna ask the dumb question and ask what's Smeppy really fast.
Schmeppy,
I'll get you a
yeah. It's kind of what we use for story masters when we need to draw maps. It's a little bit simpler than Roll20, but that makes it kind of more effective.
Wait,
And that-
what is it called?
Schmappy.
Sorry.
Wait. Oh my word. SHMEPPY.
Oh, I'll check it out.
It's very, very fun. Ryan can probably show you some of our previous maps from there, or I could when time is later. Okay.
Yes.
So, I'm actually gonna no. Well, I don't know if I'll need them again. So these two approach. I am going to roll only once for these 3 in here who were more actively hostile towards the situation. I'm just gonna roll once, and since I'll give them a +3.
Why?
I can't believe that they all
What?
rolled lower than that.
Fantastic.
Yes. We got
Okay.
we got so lucky. It's scary.
All right. So then these folks are going to come out as well. And they're not going to approach as quickly as these all are. You see this Taya is actually like actively hiding behind her version of Tony and Chip. And is kind of... I think Pam, she's staring into the back of your head and the back of Iris's head pretty intently. There we go.
I just like whip my head around and I'm like, hello. Hi.
She doesn't say anything, and the two others kind of close in front of her to form a wall so that you cannot look at her.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
I totally get it.
So
I kind of just get closer to like my Iris and I'm like,
who's
get out of
floating?
here. Can we go home? Can we just go home, Iris?
I think we at least need to figure out what's going on with this artifact. Rendell, could you put me down, please?
Sure. And I'll gently set her down. I'm keeping the spell up though because it's cool. I'm still concentrating on it. I like it.
Okay.
Can you like levitate me? That'd be kind of cool.
Sure. And I'll start just lifting. If you allow it, I just lift you around. I think I can move you like 20 feet per 20 or 30 feet per action. So.
Fantastic. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Rendell.
So, if you all agree, do you three want to keep this middle ground between this extra group and the slightly older group over here to the left, or to the right, or do you want to get closer to Darius and them?
I'll get closer to Darius. Well, it's up to Rendor, I guess.
Yeah, I'll. I mean, if you want down, just say so.
Okay,
Yeah.
I will. I'm fine. This is cool.
All right.
We'll move us closer to. Yeah. Back.
About here, so they're still in view of you. Okay. So then, the older Taya says, you say that you want to have a discussion. Then let's discuss. Where is the timepiece?
The time what now?
The artifact that this dungeon is meant to hold. Where is it? Do not pretend with me.
Do I still have it, or is it gone now?
Oh.
I believe it's gone.
What? Luck roll. I declare a luck roll.
You know what?
Like,
Oh, okay.
Cross my
I
arms
was gonna say
with
Go ahead, Morgana.
I was gonna say if Rendor's looking for the time who dad, I go, we don't care about this time who dad, okay? We're just trying to get out of here.
Time who dad?
I know that you're another version of Chip, but I don't believe you're that stupid.
I mean, I'm not stupid. I think I have a different idea of, like, you know, if I don't get like what this time kerfuffle has to do with what we, you know, getting out of here.
How many words do you have to describe the same thing?
Oh, I will have a lot more. This will be.
Mama said stupid is what stupid does.
Good point, Darius.
Her
What do you have to
version
say
of
to that.
her version of Chip, which I believe I described last time as like a kind of lizard man. I can't remember what clothes I put him in, but in like a dark cloak, steps up and he goes, "Well, I agree with you, traveler, that there's different things to... Maybe he just doesn't know. Maybe this is the first cycle that they've been in." As he says that, she kind of looks over at the mix of all of you, and she says, "Forgive me, but I do not think that is the case if I am to trust my intuition, which I should hope I would be able to at this point, considering..."
I would say it's not our first rodeo, but I also, I guess, how does this time, you know, who's it have to do with the, you know, us getting out of here? I guess is what I'm asking.
She
yeah,
kind
like,
of
what's the big deal with this timepiece?
She kind of raises her eyebrow. Pam, I want you to roll either a persuasion or performance check.
Okay. You know what I'm gonna choose.
Ooh, dang.
She kind of sighs. Because unless you are versions of ourselves who have spawned with absolutely no sense of responsibility, the only way we are going to get out of here is if we are able to store that artifact in such a way that it will no longer be able to have any effect on the world at large. That is our job, is it not? And she looks at Iris, who looks like Taya. Iris clears her throat. What do you mean, if you don't mind my asking? I think you know exactly what I mean. I was not dumb when I was young. Don't pretend. And you see Iris kind of like shiver a little bit, like,
Yeah. Uh-oh.
But Iris is going to roll an intelligence check real quick. Where is my intelligence? Where it is?
Okay.
She kind of considers and then looks over at... She actually looks at you, Rendor, and then at Darius and goes... I'm afraid I may not have learned as much as you have in your cycles as you have described. I think we've only begun to understand how this works. It isn't necessarily letting us replay the same timeline. Do you... She's kind of looking to Rendor and Darius for help, because I think you were the two who had kind of helped to figure it out last time.
Okay, well, I'll explain to her what the time device did.
Yes.
That's all as a player, that is all I understand.
Okay. Would you and Darius like to roll intelligence checks?
Oh, please.
Okay.
Okie doke.
Oh, wait, I'm Darius's intelligence, aren't I?
You may use whichever you prefer. That's the rule of the inherited bodies, so to speak, currently.
What's Darius's bonus? That doesn't. It's still a good roll anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a +9?
Ooh.
Oh, it's a save. I see. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Happens on occasion.
Really like a +5 or something like that.
Mhm.
Okay. All right.
Oh, did
Then
I roll the
it's,
wrong one?
Yes, but it's all right. I know which. I know how it ought to be. It's no worry.
22 for
Okay.
total. Mad made 20. Darius
So-
clone.
So Darius, you feel like you began to understand it last time, but you're a little bit overwhelmed with the fact that you finally have Iris back again, and would she please stop disappearing places? And then also, why can't you remember this? You are not someone who takes lightly or well to information suddenly disappearing from your brain. And so I think that is scrambling with you a little bit. But Rendor has been getting better at adapting to weird things happening in his brain, and you are the one who actually dealt with the timepiece. So I'll say that you understand and remember a little bit of what was discussed better. Essentially, the way it seemed to work was less so by manipulating the current timeline by going back and back again, and more so by kind of stealing iterations of the same people from variant timelines.
Oh, it's like Dunamancy.
Mm-hmm. It
Okay,
is the,
well, that-
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, then I'll explain that. It seems as though we're taking potentials of other timelines and sort of stepping into them with each use of the device that I unfortunately lost with its last usage.
Oh man. Okay.
Older Taya kind of looks at you with a little bit of an impressed face and then gestures towards her, Tony, like, why can't you be like this? And then he jokingly raises his arrow closer towards her again, and she waves him off.
Oh my gosh.
All right then, so you're not all completely useless. That's good to hear. Yes, it will run away from you if you use it. That's kind of how it works. I'm sorry. I've learned to care
Well,
a
that
little
makes
bit
sense.
less about being rude in my old age. It happens. You will see one day. Um,
I'll take your word for it.
hopefully you live that long.
Darius is going to ask you a question.
Yes.
How long have you been in here?
She kind of stops and thinks. That is a very good question. I will counter you with one. Who are you?
I'm Darius.
Hello. Hello,
Yeah.
Darius. And how did you get inside of my book?
Your book.
Your book?
What?
Everyone, your book, your book, your book.
Iris clears her throat. Yes, you, my book? And she, like, makes a face like, this is the thing you should get. Everybody roll a quick, who wishes to, roll a quick, like, history check for me. If you just get it, that's fine. If not,
Mm-hmm.
do a roll.
I'll still roll the history in case it helps everyone else
Sure.
for some reason. Oh my goodness.
Whoa! You know everything about Thea.
All
You know
right.
her
I think I had
childhood
an
favorite ice
idea of
cream.
what the answer was.
Yes. So,
Hey, you can't be mean to me anymore. I know everything about you.
suddenly something clicks into place for you, Vorgana, not just with the history, but the intelligence of applying what that history means now. This is Tay's journal in that it is every oracle's journal as it has been passed down, and she is calling it her journal currently because this must have been either is the or once was the iteration of her who is trying to write it or knowingly had written it and is trying to fix what she had tried to fix previously. You're not sure. Time, wibbly wobbly, variant timelines, potentialities, etc., etc. Rendor, Darius, you're able to figure, oh, this is Iris's journal because it is the journal of the Oracle, so not necessarily hers alone, but anyone who had been Oracle. Therefore, it's also fair to say that it is quote-unquote Taya's journal. Which tracks, as
So-
Taya has, each iteration has carried around a little notebook. Go ahead, sorry.
Darius is going to ask, so what's up with these messed up pages? What'd you do?
Her eyes kind of widen, and she
Isn't
looks.
that the whole purpose we're trying to find out what the messed up pages are?
She's going to roll a quick intelligence check to see if she's able to deduce your situation from that statement. Where is my Taya? There she is. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Da-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Her eyes kind of widen and she looks towards Iris again, and she actually like pushes past you and she heavens to Bessie. She steps around you two if you allow her and gets up in the face of Iris and goes, "You allowed outsiders into this area? What were you thinking?" I'm sorry? You cannot bring outsiders into here. What are you... Oh, no.
I like step a little closer to them, like kind of not in between them, but like close enough, just in case if she tries anything.
I let you down as you try to step.
That's true. Thank you.
She's like steps down like a princess from a staircase and then poof, poof, onto the ground.
In 10 minutes, then it's probably gone by now anyway.
Yeah.
It's true. I just fall on my butt first.
So she turns towards you, Pam, and she goes, "I thought you might be another variation of me or something, but are you a different person entirely as well?"
I kind of like pat my torso and my arms. Think so.
What is your name?
I am Pam, the noble and wise.
Sure.
I kind of laugh at Noble.
What the hell happened to our Pam?
Even she can see right through me.
She just said sure. She didn't say anything judgmental. But,
That is judgmental.
She's being nicer to you than she is to me.
okay. Okay, then I see why you're so worried about getting out. Look.
I'm chilling. It's fine. Do your thing.
If you leave me in here, I and my team will do the best we can to return the timed piece to where it ought to be, which I do believe to be a little bit behind those. She kind of peeks her head around the wall and goes, "Oh, lovely. They are upset for some reason. What did you do?"
Oh no.
You like turn your head and realize that the ones who were like making a wall in front of the iris who had come back to life just have like full set a like bodyguard look on their face of like, you are not getting past this to enter into the club. The club
Yikes.
being the room with the thing in it slash
Yikes.
Taya.
Oh no.
Listen, we need to find the artifact and deactivate it. I don't know if that's fully possible, but it must be, because that's the only way I'm going to choose to leave here. If you wish to leave, you can go on ahead, and I will finish up this quest. And then Iris butts in. But you won't. What? Don't you see it's... You're the one who's talking about cycles and loops. How do you not get it? It's not just going to end like that. And they like cross their arms at each other and glare, and it's very strange.
Oh.
So who wrote the scrolls on the wall? Did you? What did you do to the pages in the book?
She like whirls towards you, Darius. The scrolls on the wall were written by different variations of us. I don't know if I will write, or if I have written one or any of them, or if different variations of all of these people have. I know for a fact that some version of us knows thieves can't, even though that's none of us here currently. And she like gestures to her party, which contains a ranger, herself, a cleric, and a sorcerer. She's like, none of us know thieves can't, yet there was a marking on the wall with such. I don't know where that came from.
I'm kind of just like, was it from Drax or no?
Roll an intelligence check to see if you can figure out who it could have been from.
Okay.
That is what I'm saying. I know how many times me, in my current consciousness, have gone through this. I'm able to keep a hold of it. That's why I'm old in here, okay? That's fine. That's why I've allowed us to be here for so long. But it's different when you reset it. If you reset it, you're not really... You are and are not yourself. Do you not remember the note?
Okay, so the first time you were in here, there were no scrolls on the wall.
Theoretically. Do you know where the beginning of time is in a time loop? Do you never know which part of the circle is the beginning?
I'm assuming that's rhetorical.
It depends. If it's a Mobius strip, there is no end.
That is precisely what I'm saying. And it is rhetorical unless you can answer it in a way that makes sense to me, in which case I will be very impressed. But you did understand more of what was going on than my younger self seems to, so by all means. I'm sorry, that is not... What was that? What was what?
Her voice cracks. Sorry. Did that not happen
Please sing out.
Leave her alone. Don't be so rude, Miss Taya.
My voice never cracked when I was a young woman. I've always had this silky smooth pitch. What are you hiding?
How do we know you're the real Taya?
She's not hiding anything.
I'm gonna roll a quick performance check for Iris.
You still haven't told us what you wrote on the book in the messed up pages.
Oh God.
It's really
Can I
not
help since I'm trying to help?
I have a feeling she doesn't know what she wrote.
Iris's
But-
voice is steadily inching up higher. You go ahead and say something if you want to try to add to her performance. And
I already said something.
Okay, I'll give her +1.
Oh no. Come on.
It's really not that important if you're starting to think about it like that. I mean, if you're really that concerned with it, why don't you answer Darius's question? Your voice is getting far too high.
Girl, oh no.
She kind of reaches out
I need to help
and
you with
like
your acting lessons, hon.
So
I say this to Iris.
don't worry about how high Taya's voice gets.
what did you just
Answer
say?
my question.
You just started to call her something else. I am not dense.
Say what?
Beautiful.
You started to.
What did you write on the pages that got messed up
Oh
in the
my
book?
gosh.
That's the crux of the opposition here. So let's get to it.
I'm gonna roll an intelligence check for this woman.
I don't know if I have it. Never mind. I think I
What?
used it. I was gonna see if I could inspire, but I think I already used it today.
Okay. She turns and slowly walks forward towards you, Darius. What oracle gave you permission to enter into this book? Because you are not a variation of one of the people I traveled with, or travel with.
You're correct. What
Then
makes you think an oracle has to give me permission to enter this book?
Oh.
Actually,
Because
Stay on the stop it.
because I am one of the ones who put such an enchantment on it after previous meddlings. Now answer me. Who are any of you?
I kind of like step in front of
I
Iris
am
and
Darius.
back off on them. Back off a little bit.
You're trying to insert yourself between the two of them?
Yeah, I step in front of Iris.
Okay.
And I'm kind of backing us up a bit.
My name is Darius. I'm a member of the Guild of Light. Guiding Light, whatever the heck it's called.
Correct.
And I go and I try to find things out wherever I go. So why are you so stubborn in answering my question? I want to know if this is your book and the pages are messed up, what did you do to them? What did you write? What did you try to undo? What's the deal?
So, okay. I need you to roll a persuasion check for me. Royal. I can't speak.
While he's doing that, I kind of just whisper to Iris, like, is it so bad if she knows the truth?
I don't really know. I don't know how much further that could mess up the timeline, or if that would make us a part of the timeline and then we would be stuck in here.
Come on!
Hold on 1 second. I'm moving these people.
My words may not be very persuasive, but my intent is pure. I just want to solve the same problem that you've been trying to solve for who knows how long. And if you just tell me what's wrong with this book, what you fixed wrong, burned, scratched out, whatever, maybe I can help you get it done.
Can I assist him?
I'm not a total waste of people.
Okay. How would you like to assist, Rendor?
Technically, the more information that you can share, the more we can put our heads together to figure this situation out and possibly solve it. There's not really much of a loss in terms of you sharing what we're looking for. Only gain can come of it. Darius is right.
Okay. So, do you want to roll your own persuasion check, or do you want to give him advantage?
Gosh, we're both bad at it, aren't we?
It's almost like you have the same character sheet.
Yeah. All right. I'll roll it because I think I'm a +2 on it.
With
Let's
Rendor.
go. Let's go.
Oh, I'm a +3 on it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Roll +3.
I'm scared. Oh!
Okay.
Heck yeah.
So I think Taya
Nice.
kind of looks between the two of you for a moment, and then kind of deflates a little bit in size. I was pulled into this timeline out of my own, so I do not know what was originally written aside from what I have uncovered here. But what I do know is that the original version of Taya and her friends, Chipponicus, Tony, Taya,
Chipponicus.
enter into this dungeon with an artifact that they do not understand, aside from a very brief bit of information that Taya received upon acquiring it to begin with. And no matter what happens, as they travel through this dungeon, someone died. And then no matter what happens, someone spun the time clock. I don't want to just call it time turner. Someone twisted time to go back, but they are unraveling more threads than they can realize. So far, she kind of looks back at her Chip and her Tony. We have been the only ones who haven't lost a party member, and thus are still fighting to try and return the timepiece to its original slot.
So what would returning it to its original spot do?
We're not fully sure. The intent would be to deactivate it forever, I imagine. Somewhat nullify its magic. But in all honesty, since we have yet to do that in any iteration of the timeline, I don't know whether that would lock in the final timeline, or whether it would undo all that it has done, and simply allow it to go back to someone dying, and the rest of the party continuing on.
I kind of like.
Are you sure that you've never lost a part of your party?
I like back away with Iris more and more because I'm like,
Oh my gosh! And Brenda doesn't.
I'll be right back with Taya.
As you do that, this Taya, actually hearing large chunks of this conversation, runs forward.
Mm-hmm.
She has like dark wispy clothes on, kind of similar to the lizard Chip, and goes, "That's a lie! You have lost someone. We've all lost someone. They've done something to Drax. Don't you see? Don't you remember Drax?
There it is.
What's wrong with all of you?" And they all just.
That brings up a good question. Do any of you even know?
Who's Drax?
Oh my god.
Yeah, who's Tony voice? Yeah, who's Drax? What are you talking about?
Oh my
It's just
god.
been the three of us for years. Years in this
turned
place.
back.
What are you talking about?
I turned to Iris and I'm like, what is happening?
I don't know. I don't know. Pam,
Yes?
how did you get back here?
I was back in a place that I was not too long ago. It was a weird room with mirrors and then I was back.
When you were back... Oh, no.
What?
When you came back, did you get an impression about Drax and perhaps Vincent?
Yes.
Oh, no.
What? What?
With that, I think for a brief moment, I would like to cut to Vincent. So, Vincent, I do not remember this woman's name. What is her name? Starts with an M.
Wait, I have some ideas first?
Yes.
Is it okay
I want to
if
hear
I
them.
share them?
Yes.
I'll say half of it and the other half I'll send to you, but I'm wondering if this should be a chaos roll or if it can be just like a consequence of the chaos roll that I used last time.
Okay.
The first part is, remember that room? I think it was some other time that I used a chaos roll,
Yes.
and I appeared
The
in
weird,
that
like,
dark
globy
dimension.
room.
Yes. Can I? Because I think I fainted when I came back in out of the book after the last session. Can I, in my unconscious state, can I go into that place again?
Oh. You know what? I will say I won't, since you're not forcing it, I'll
Mhm.
say I'll give it to you as a d6 roll, but it won't count for your Oliver roll. So go ahead and
Okay.
roll just a d6 for me.
And then I'm gonna send you the other half
Okay.
because I have. You'll see why.
Ooh-hoo-hoo-hoo.
So just 1d6.
Yes, please.
Wow. Nice.
Whew.
So I'll say you fall asleep and then you find yourself kind of in this hazy, dreamlike place, but you recognize it as this kind of darkened orb area that you were in before with that other presence. Specifically, you're in the little part of it that feels almost like an office before the rest of it kind of drifts off into that hazy semi-nothingness. It's very weird. This is a very weird place to be.
This place again?
So,
Yes, is there a question?
yeah, our I don't want to interrupt Harrison, so
Okay.
I have a question for Taya in a minute.
Okay. Keep it in your mind. If you need to, type it out so you can remember, okay?
Okay.
All right. Yes, Vincent, what would you like to do now that you're in this hazy, dreamlike state?
So,
Actually,
if I
let me
remember
take a look at what
correctly,
you sent me, and then...
okay,
Oh, I
it's
need to look.
related but also kind of unrelated.
Was it on Discord that you sent it?
Yes.
Okay. La-da-da-da-da-da.
But just to kind of recap, it was basically like a big orb with a room floating in the center. Is that right?
More or less, yeah. It has a hatch under kind of a rug area that when you opened up, you're able to descend down almost into the bottom of a fishbowl.
Yeah,
And you
that's
saw
right.
porthole windows along the sides, and there was another presence in there with you who started out less than friendly, but slowly kind of became friendly.
Okay. So I'm gonna just kind of look around
Do you
at
want to make
first, and
a
then
perception check?
yeah, I'm gonna try to kind of actively find that same presence,
Okay.
and probably fail because I do not have great perception. But that's okay.
Ooh.
So you feel disappointed for a little bit, and you kind of sigh and scratch your head and look around, still not quite sure what you're doing there. And then after a moment, out of the darkness, you hear something that sounds like an intentional sigh, like someone who wants you to be hearing them sigh. And the semi-familiar, shadowy figure steps out and goes, "You really just had to come back here, didn't you?"
Listen, I don't even know how I got here. If it were up to me, I probably wouldn't come back here if I wanted to.
I've been, paying attention as much as I can. You all have been making some interesting choices.
I don't know what's going on.
Now or any time?
I mean, anytime, but specifically right now. I don't. Why? I kind of part of my Harrison brain kind of comes out, and I'm like, I don't. Why did I do that? We were just in a memory. It wasn't important for me to do that.
Roll, the figure kind of considers for a moment. You could make the same argument for why do you do anything in this world, though. Oh, this world is just a game, right?
That's what I thought about a week ago, but it feels so real.
There's your answer. You did it because it matters to you. That's why anyone makes choices. Because it matters to them. Good choices, bad choices, aside. Choices. That's what you're good at, right?
I guess. So what happened? Why am I here? I thought you brought me here.
Well, I am someone who tries, but I am not nearly that powerful, though I admit I was hopeful to see you again, at least a little bit. I think that, we have some things in common, you and I. And I'm not sure if I like that. The figure kind of reaches out and, like, half-heartedly pats you on the shoulder, like,
I could say the same to you, and it's kind of like, a jab at him, but also
yes.
kind of like,
I getcha.
There's a part of me that's happy to see him.
For sure. So, how did you end up getting out of here last time? Or do you want to hang around? I'm not sure how much help I can be to you right now.
I don't know. Maybe I just need to hang out here for a little bit.
How much do you even know about where here is?
I know it's dark, and we're the only two people here, and that's about it.
You're not wrong. I feel like I know less and more about it every day.
I barely even remember. Didn't I use one of Gregnut's beans to get out last time? Do you know Gregnut?
I know of Gregnut. I have not personally met him.
I thought I might have thought with you both being interdimensional beings and all. That maybe. But that's okay.
Interdimensional doesn't always mean you travel the same interior of the same dimensions.
Fair.
But I do have something I think might interest you. Come here. And he kind of starts to lead you down the area that, like, takes you into the bottom part of the globe, if you follow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I follow.
And as you follow, you see that in the slight amount of time that's passed, it's like this kind of interior biome has grown a little bit. Mm-hmm. This bottom level now does actually have, like, some kind of gravelly stuff to walk on in it. And along one of the larger sides is, like, a big... It's strange. It looks kind of like... You know those big pieces of, like... somewhere between cardboard and paper that you can get from the dollar store, like if you're doing a science project?
Yeah.
It looks like he's got 3 of those taped together in kind of an awkward shape with just some brown tape up against the glass dome wall thing. And then he essentially looks at it and goes, "All right, watch this." And then he puts 2 fingers up to his nose and then reaches forward, pushes his palm against it, and goes, "Ugh!" And then you look, and the papers turn into, like, a late 80s TV, and you can see what almost looks like... It's not... Okay, so it's not like it's a perfect recreation of what's going on in the dungeon right now, but it's like if it was badly acted in the 80s. With, like...
Is it like WandaVision?
Kind of. Like, you can see... It's like it is Pam, but it isn't Pam. And you can see this must be how he's been getting the basic gist of what's going on with everybody, how he's able to like respond to you. And he's like, "Oh, I see they managed to not fight, so that's good at least, I think." So
How did you? I'm just not gonna question it at this point.
no, you should.
What is it? How did you do that?
And he grins, and for the first time you notice a bit of light on the kind of shadowy figure, and it's like a friendly grin but kind of a manic one, and you can actually see the teeth. And the teeth, I want you to make either a perception or a history check. No. I want you to roll a d6. Okay. The teeth look familiar, which is a strange sentence to think, and you don't know how to process it right now. But it does strike you as he smiles, and then he says, "I did this the same way you do things. Will."
Ooh. Huh. Interesting. Well,
And then I think,
should we watch?
I think as you say that and you turn towards the TV, we can kind of zoom back in on the TV and kind of bzzz, and then expands out into the real scene. As you see this other Taya step forward, and she's going. She repeats kind of what she had said before. None of you know about Drax. None of you.
Who?
Ooh. Wait, okay, hold off. You guys remember Vincent, right? Please tell me you remember Vincent.
Do we?
Yes. You remember Vincent? You were just fully convinced he didn't come with you into the book.
Vincent.
Everybody knows Vincent.
Yeah, Vincent. Yeah.
You guys, he was here with us.
The chip who's behind the lizard chip goes, "I don't know Vincent. Who's Vincent? That's a weird name."
Not you.
Other chip, shut up.
Hey, other chip, you keep to yourself, all right?
This is an A through D conversation.
Oh
Please E your way out.
Okay, I'm going to ask a question now.
Sure.
Taya,
Wait.
not my Taya.
Hold on.
You old lady Taya.
When you say Taya, you hear three voices go, "What?"
Okay, I said, not you Taya. I want the old lady Taya.
Hold on, Darius. When is the last time you guys remember seeing Vincent?
Before the book.
Right. Isn't he waiting for us?
Oh my gosh. Oh no.
Yeah, it's probably been years at this point.
No.
Why do you sound so worried?
Oh no. He was here with us.
When?
He was Drax.
I need you all, those of you who don't remember Drax, to make wisdom saving throws.
Wisdom.
I don't know. Iris, what's going on?
Do I
I don't
remember
know.
Drax?
I mean,
No, you
Taya.
You've really got to stop doing that. I do notice it. I'm very perceptive. Okay, so Vorgana, Darius, I need you to roll one as well, if you please.
I do notice it. Are these with saving throws? Do they get 5 plus 5?
Actually, yes, they would because you're physically in the space. That still would fail for Rendor, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Vorgana, unfortunately, that would fail as well. So the couple of you that failed, so Rendor and Vorgana. Rendor, this is actually an upsettingly familiar thing where your head starts to like kind of buzz and you feel like you've got a nosebleed coming on. But it hasn't happened in a minute and you're kind of frustrated it's happening again. Yes, what?
Why does my head hurt?
Why did you say hang on?
Oh, hang on. This is weird.
Okay. Okay, good.
You know, every time you say
You
that,
too.
Rendor, I never know what you mean, but this time I know what you mean. I'm feeling it too.
So you both take 8 points of psychic damage.
Ooh. Is it Chiponicus that takes that damage,
Yes.
or is it
Yes, it is.
Okay.
All right, I'm not gonna say another word.
Darius has.
Darius. Darius did manage to save because the 17 plus 5 would be 23. You still don't know what she's talking about, but you don't take the psychic damage. You're just confused and a little bit upset. You don't know who Drax
Oh,
is.
okay.
Okay, so old lady Taya, you said nobody in your group knew thieves. What is it? Thieves can't.
Thieves can't, that's correct.
So how did you know that it was written in thieves can't?
Because we've
And
spent
do
long
you know
enough
what it said?
because we spent a long enough time here that I've seen other versions of us go up and read it who did know thieves can't. And I didn't read it myself, but once it was translated, I recorded what it said.
Old Taya.
I would really prefer we find an alternate title for me. Call me Cleric Taylor, please.
Oh, Taya.
Very well.
Okay.
Taya the old.
Krusty Taya. No.
Oh god.
You really
Cleric.
prefer that? Old
Cleric! Cleric.
I've got a bit of a
There,
headache,
yeah.
so please forgive me.
Yeah.
So is the end goal here to find the timepiece? Is that pretty much our only option?
Essentially, as far as I can see it, yes. Unless one of you has some profound magical ability that can just resolve the never-ending tunnel of death and life we find ourselves in.
I turned to as she says this, I turned to Pam with like a certain look on my face, like like that baby meme that's like
Absolutely, yes. Oh my god. What? What? What?
I kind of like go over and I try to do the sly like Emperor Palpatine talking to Anakin, you know, like like back to everyone else.
Do it.
Kind
Do
of
it.
like no, just going like should we do this?
And then I'm like,
Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Okay, all right, I do it then.
no.
I wait. Do what? Wait.
I don't.
What are we trying to do?
We need to go over here in this far corner and discuss this.
Okay, we go to the or I walk to
I
the
have
far
a headache.
corner.
I don't know if I can talk to you.
I have a very bad headache, and you know, but I think this might be the only way to figure this out. Is
I think. Hold on.
You know.
If Iris sees you two going off on your own, she definitely will go with you and like actively probably go up
Old
and
Taya?
No, young Iris Taya. Iris.
Okay,
She will
all
follow
right,
you
okay.
and will like come up to you and yank you both farther away by your earlobes. What are you talking about, dude?
I don't know what he wants to do.
Also, all of you roll sleight of hand checks to be quiet with this conversation, please. I beg you.
Of course.
I can't wait for
Not
this
me,
roll.
huh?
I don't know what you're talking about. As long as Old Tay doesn't hear us, it's fine.
Yes, everything is fine.
I think Cleric Taya just looks at you, Darius, and goes, You're the only variable. You're one of the two variables in this that I don't recognize, so I think I am going to blame you for that behavior. Do you want to deal with it?
Blame me? For what behavior? For being me?
No,
I
for
don't think you
their
can blame me for being me.
for their behavior, I'm saying. Of the
My
controlled
behavior?
experiments I've seen of the iterations of my party, the ones in which they behave themselves do not involve you. The ones in which they seemingly do not behave themselves involve you. I suggest you go over there while I discuss this, while I go talk to a hysterical younger version of myself with bad taste in fabric. And she, like,
Whoa.
pushes you off towards...
You're extra rude, lady.
Hold
She-
on a minute, lady.
Yes.
I don't have to take your stuff. I'm perfectly capable of standing up for myself. So, what do you think you can do to me that I should be punished for anything that occurred to you?
What?
I'm not
I didn't do
suggesting.
anything to you.
I'm not suggesting you be punished at all. I'm suggesting you go talk to the people who know you, while I go talk to this younger version of myself who's blathering on about a man who doesn't exist. If that seems untenable to you, then I'm sorry. Excuse me. And she's going to step around you and go talk to the Taya who's yelling about Drax.
I feel like I need to be part of that conversation.
So you can choose whether you want to go try to see what Vorgana, Iris, and Pam are talking about over here.
You guys know that SpongeBob meme where he's looking at two separate things with his eyes?
Yes.
That's me right now.
Yeah.
Well, that Taya seems emotionally unstable. I'm gonna go try to help over there. You guys try to destroy everything. Darius, make sure Morgana doesn't destroy everything.
Don't you
Darius didn't come over
hear
yet.
my plan?
What?
Don't you want
Well, I'm just trying to figure out. You guys don't know what happened.
I have the headache, and you're talking to Darius, who's over there right now. I don't know what's going on.
Oh,
So-
that's true.
Darius, do you want to try to intervene with Pam, Vorgana, and Iris, or do you want to intervene with old Taya and young hysterical Taya?
I'm trying to intervene with hysterical Taya.
Darius, if you can't decide, I can yell for you.
I'm going to go. I'm not finished talking to old lady Taya.
What if we all just come together
So I'm
again
going to go over there.
and after? What, let's
Wait, okay, hold on. Before you leave, just hear me out. I have a complicated but very okay. Hold on. All right, hear me out.
Give it to me.
Okay, here we go. Here's the plan. Okay, so
Also,
So,
Randor, you can pick
you
which
know
of these
how-
you want to listen in on.
you know how before I was Japonicus, I was Borgana, right?
Yes. You're still Morgana.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
you
still
still-
Borgana in Chipokonicus body. I'm like doing like the SpongeBob thing where my hands are like, like going in themselves and like my hands are getting all like scrambled. And,
Yes.
okay. So and then I'm like, okay, so if as Morgana I can still use my chaos thingy, whatever it's called. I don't know.
Okay.
What if we're able to use something where we can like get everyone out of here, like out of the book? Well, everyone that should be out. So we also need to figure that out
But how?
because we don't want to take anyone that we don't want out of the book because that might be a bad thing.
Who do we not want out of the book? Don't we want
There's
everybody
no-
out of the book?
There's no way
Well,
that we
I
can
definitely
possibly...
don't.
Oh. Iris looks extremely
were you gonna say
stressed.
something? Okay,
Whatever.
Iris, go for it.
I'll do it in this higher British so you can... We have no possible way of knowing what kind of effects that will have on everything else that's coming in here. Just
We
like
never
the
do
time...
this magic ever. We never know the consequences.
Well,
That's...
okay, yeah, I agree, but also, what if it's like a wormhole where we're just gonna keep tunneling out, and this is like our only way out, like outwards. You know what I mean? Out of the book, not through the book, but out of the book.
It's a possibility, but I don't know. I don't know what would then become of the actual Taya who existed. Darius, hold on. I need you. So, did you choose to go check on your students or on old Taya?
I was listening to Harrison for right now. I mean, Veronica.
Okay, so
He
then you're
said
over
to
here.
wait, so I'm listening to what he's saying.
Okay.
I'm saying. So I'm going to
Okay,
ask
no, you're nearest.
my Taya, Iris.
Yeah.
So, do you have your book?
No, because we're inside of it right now. I mean, hold on.
Oh wait,
She
Does
Do we have
pulls
the
off.
Lady
glasses?
Taya have her book?
She pulls off like a small green notebook, which is like essentially what she would have currently been writing it in, but it doesn't look like it has much in it. Roll a retroactive perception check to see if you would have noticed whether or not Cleric Taya also has a notebook.
Sorry, what did I miss?
Perception.
Yes, please.
Perception?
Yes,
Okay.
retroactive perception check to... Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Words. Retroactive perception check to see if you can see whether or not Cleric Taya has a journal with her. Also, Rendor, which of these conversations are you trying to be a part of
Oh,
or
if
listen
Rendor
to?
comes over here.
Actually, I was gonna just think hard about my Tony self and
Okay.
see if he knows a locate object spell.
Ooh. Ow.
I do still have mine, so
Well, that's useful. I didn't know you had that. Okay.
yeah. I have a special one. I use an Oliver roll to make it special. Alright. So do I roll perception too? My internet cut out.
If you want to, anyone who wishes to have seen whether or not Cleric Taya has the had a journal. Okay, easily enough you would have seen she has a journal. She has a weird book strap around her left arm so that it's tucked against her side at all times. You imagine she does have a journal or notebook there.
Yeah. Now we know why the pages got stuck together.
Oh no.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. But yes. So, I do think...
Hello.
Pam, can you hear us? Hun? Oh no. Oh no, what did you spill water on, dear? Sorry, everybody, there's been a slight technical difficulty with our paladin.
Oh no. The internet. The interwebs.
The internet? How could it betray us?
What I had said earlier was now we know why those pages got stuck together.
Yes, I heard. That's
what
why I was
laughing
making grieved noises of amusement.
Yes.
I don't think Harrison or Veronica heard it.
Veronica was was laughing, but trying to
Vincent is
not
like
laugh.
bursting out in laughter while watching this on the dark.
So
world
is the
TV.
the dark figure is laughing with you as well.
Yeah, but we're not there, so you can't hear this.
Okay. So Vorgana, you're describing this plan, and so she did have a journal, but I'm not sure how much that matters. You're right, it might be our only chance, but I don't know really if it's the safest thing that we can do. I mean, maybe I'm biased because I haven't been in here as long as she has, or I don't know if that would just, if we took everyone out of here, if that would just destroy, I don't know how that would change Taya's life as an oracle entirely.
I don't think that we should take Taya, and I think we should probably only take ourselves. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I think if we take anybody else outside other than Vorgana, Poncho, Darius, Rendor, yeah, and then you, Iris, we have to take only us, and I can try to use the Oliver magic or Oliver whatever's inside of me to remove us from the book
And then just
and back
leave.
onto where we are.
That might be the best option. But would that just leave them all in here where we started? Would we still not know how it ends? Or maybe it just doesn't. What do you think?
I think whatever the pages that got ripped out have something to do with us not being able to get the heck out of here. I think we're all stuck. But
Do you think they're
I don't
stuck
know.
too?
Real quick, how much do I know about what happened with Vincent and Drax? How much do I know exactly?
You basically have a Pam / Poncho instinct that
Mm-hmm.
Vincent did something that affected Drax greatly, and your memories of Drax and of Vincent as Drax have become solidified in your mind as a thing you have to hold on to. Go ahead and I'll say roll a So I'll say roll an Arcana check to try and understand it as Pam, and then roll a D6 for me to try and understand it as Poncho, since he used this, since he used Oliver
Oh my gosh.
stuff, basically. What?
My rolls.
I didn't
What?
see it yet.
What?
Yeah, I don't see any of that. Oh, there you go. Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
The Poncho Harrison
Amazing.
connection is strong.
It is.
Nice.
Mhm.
Well, I wonder if that's a... Anyway.
I still don't know. Okay, whatever.
Okay. So, you're able to understand intrinsically as Pam because you understand intrinsically as Poncho. Oh, Harrison made a choice that was slightly befuddled by his Vincent mind that seemed good in the present, in a valiant attempt to help that had greater consequences than he could have possibly understood as either Vincent or Harrison.
So
Based on... Sorry, go ahead. Essentially, based on everything that you've seen, the way that people are behaving towards the idea of Drax, you are able to pair this also with the knowledge that you gained from when you accidentally rewrote Olron, and realize, oh, he also did that, but instead of rewriting, he just kinda made it so that Drax wasn't a thing.
Okay.
You kind of think over it for a couple more minutes and come to the realization it is as if Drax never existed in the first place.
Okay. So, do I know how much I should or shouldn't say in order to not hurt my friends?
Because you got a perfect 6 and you got a 20, I think you understand that referencing someone named Drax existing would probably be fine. Existing in relation to the people here and their current situation would probably cause so much cognitive dissonance within their minds that it would cause them harm.
Okay. Do I see any way of Vincent's choice helping us here? Is there any way that I can immediately see, oh yeah, I know how this opens up a possibility for us to change things and get out of here?
You know that his intent was to make it so that every iteration of Taya was now alive, and you're not sure if that means in their individual timelines or if more will start to pop up in here. What you do connect with and realize is you don't know why this is, but it also forced you back here. So you don't know what that says about you.
Didn't you say one of the Tayas was still dead?
No, she came back to life.
She came back to life, and now she's super upset about Drax because she also remembers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, because she remembers exactly the why. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, what say you, Pam?
Okay, well, I'm trying not to break your guys' brains any more than they already are. But I know that Vincent made a choice. A pretty weird, stupid choice. But he made a choice, and I don't want it to be in vain, and I think we need to try to use it to help us.
We ever so briefly come back to the dark room and see Vincent toss gravel at the screen.
Yeah.
Wait, so I missed what happened. Are you watching this?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
A long time ago, I was transferred into some like darkroom thing.
Right.
And I'm back there again, and the figure that was there basically made like a TV thing that lets us, or it's letting us watch everything that's going on except in like a altered state where it's like basically actors playing all of you.
I see.
It's very strange.
I love
But
it.
yes, I'm very upset at what you just said.
Okay, perfect. But I don't want his choice to be in vain because I know he did it to try to help us and help the situation. So we need to figure out how his choice is going to help us now. All I know is it brought every Taya back to life. And it brought every Taya. It helped every Taya somehow. I'm not going to mention anything
Wait a
else because I
minute.
don't want to hurt you guys, but that's all I know. So
Did it
we
really
need to-
bring every Taya back to life?
I think that's what you said, right, GM?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. I'm talking about those. There's 3 Tayas on the screen, but did
Yes.
it bring every Taya back to life?
In
Every
every
Taya?
iteration? Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty sure.
It
So
was
I'm
only
not.
3 iterations.
What the heck?
It, they're not all. They're not all going to be here. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying. And every iteration of Taya is now somehow okay. So I'm not sure how that's supposed to help us here. I'm not sure if that's somehow like pieces of the puzzle, but we need to figure out how that's going to help us.
So you're
You guys
saying that we should.
Do you
What was
guys
that?
see what I'm asking though? Was it every iteration of Taya?
I don't think we can properly answer that because we only have the 3 tears here. We don't know.
Wait,
But I do want to
you wanna-
say.
Do you want to clarify, GM? Maybe is that information that we would know, that I would know?
So because you got the 6 in understanding, the intent of his was to make it so that no Taya would have died. So every Taya is alive. You do not know to what extent that means Taya's will or won't exist somewhere else in this dungeon beyond what you can see.
Okay. I communicate that to you guys. So I'm not sure how that's supposed to help us here, but I think Vincent in his brain thought that that would uncomplicate things somehow, and maybe it does. So we need to try to figure out how this is going to help us, because he did it for a reason. I wish you could talk to us
my
somehow.
question-
That'd be cool.
I think
would-
he
that
did
would
it to
be
keep
awesome.
our Iris alive.
Huh?
I think he did it to keep our Iris alive.
I think he did it to help all the Tayas.
If he did it just to keep me alive in particular, after he specifically told me not to do that for him, whenever I find him again, I am going to get on a step stool and hit him.
That's fair.
Gently, but still.
I feel like the figure is looking at me judgmentally, and I'm just kind of like looking off to the side, like
Sweating.
I'm like, what? That didn't happen. Anyway, let's keep watching.
Yes, feel free to add
so,
color commentary when you want, since you're actively watching. Okay, yes, continue.
So just to go back to my plan real fast.
Yes.
So this is a bad plan because we don't want to, if I'm understanding this correctly, we don't want to like erase anyone. Is that what you're saying? And if we do that, then we could possibly. Well, I don't get it because if we get out of here, then we're the books. Will they still be in the book? Will the book be erased? Is that what you're trying to say?
My concern was just specifically with the way that you were wanting to do it. So if you were wanting to take the Tayas out of here, I don't know if that would then mean, because this book is kind of a living history for oracles, if it would change the actual history, or if it would just change what's in this book. But if you're talking about just getting us out of here, that's potentially a reason that we could do it, or a way we could do it. But it might just mean that we're abandoning the reason we came into the book in the first place. I think your plan is a good one. We just might need to do it after we've somehow helped them figure out this whole business. Unless that's a thing we can't do, then I don't know.
Fair enough. Okay. So yeah,
Well,
we
you're
should
the
definitely try to
oracle.
help them.
You're the Oracle. You should know if we can do it or not.
That's not how that works. Doris, believe me, I wish it were. The reason I didn't come with you was so I could try to learn some more about this on my own, and finding this journal has been some of the closest information I've been able to get on any of this. I know things that other people don't know, and some people maybe shouldn't know, and remember things that may or may not be real, though I don't... She, shares a glance with you again, Pam. Though I don't know how alone I am in that sometimes. It's all very strange. You'd think an oracle means looking forward, but sometimes it apparently doesn't. Sometimes it means looking back and remembering what nobody else can or wants to.
What if we use our weird special magic, not on us, but maybe on the timepiece itself? Maybe we can give it some additional ability or power that might help us break this cycle. So we're not necessarily risking things on each other and our friends, but perhaps in the timepiece. I mean, I guess the first step would be finding the thing again, since we lost it.
Which, by the way, Rendor, I know you said that you were looking at spells.
Yes, I was just going through to see if I know locate object.
So I would argue, even though I gave you Darius' spell sheet to reference, if you wanted to, I could say that you could have picked a few different spells if that were to be among one of the ones you would have had, which I think it very well could have been.
Yeah, I didn't have access to the list, sorry.
It's all good, no worry.
Also, sorry, go ahead.
No, that's fine. Yeah, no, if I don't have it, I don't have it. That's...
No, I'm saying is that theoretically Tony could have had it. I'm just saying I'm letting you pick what spells Tony, Wizard Tony the Wizard would have access to. The only limitations that Darius puts on you is maybe the spell slots, essentially, since you would be the same level.
That would make sense. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Then in that case, can I know locate object?
If you would like to. So, okay. Okay, let me double... Oh, I already had it open. Lovely. Describe or name an object that is familiar to you. Alright. You get a ping... for the object. Let me see if I have my little thing here. In this direction.
Is it just where it was before?
Before the spell runs out, I'm gonna say, hey, I think I know what the time thing is. I'm gonna go get it, and I'll cast Longstrider on myself again.
Okay.
With a wizard just wizard cast it on my wizard, and then I will look around to see if anyone's interested.
All by yourself?
Not necessarily, but speed is possibly important depending on how far away it is.
Okay, well, do you want to take someone with you? Maybe that chip? I don't know.
Is anyone else here fast?
That's a good question.
Tony!
The Ranger Tony and this small Battle Tony look over at you like, what? What do you want?
Ranger Tony, let's go use our speed.
Okay, oh shoot, I need my mouse. Ranger Tony. Oh, dang it. Oh, it's on the wrong... one moment.
Okay?
Yes, it's just layers. It's just layers. In my inefficient use of them.
Ogres have layers.
Yeah, so he runs over to join you, evidently wary of all the other things, but you are suggesting a thing he can actively go do, so this pleases him. What is it you plan to do here? Oh, what is that voice? That's Canadian.
Sorry. We're gonna go get the time device for Taya.
Sounds
but
like
I've
a
only
good
got
plan
10
to
minutes
me.
for where it is. So
Oh.
we gotta go.
All right, be careful for traps. Some of them already got sprung, but you never know with this place. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the tale of two Tonys.
Yeah,
We love to see it.
I will spend most of my time parkouring from wall to wall.
Yay!
hey, yo, you don't gotta show off like that. I know we picked different paths in life, and that's what got us here. But which direction do you want to go?
I will go towards. I guess I'll go. Looking at the grid, I will go west, and then I will go south. I'll go west to the wall, and then I will go south.
Excellent.
West to
That's
the
where you
wall.
pinged, right?
Like here. Yes, sorry, I don't have my ping on anymore. West to the wall, and then south. Okay, make a perception check for me.
Oh, I was gonna use my phone to. I'm used. Sorry, masters. I'm like trying to roll the dice. What's my perception? Okay, it's
I know the feeling, believe me. Alright, 16. Okay. Easily enough. Okay, let me pull this back up. Where is all the buttons? There's the buttons. Okay. So there's essentially this little like thin wall, and then down here is the pool. And then this is the trap that y'all ran over earlier. These are all the spikies. And then this is the pit that you walked over with the other message on the wall. And then this is the transfer pool. And then there's a hallway that comes around here that the thing is being pinged in here. Yeah.
I can't see what you're
Oh.
marking, but I'll go
Sorry.
towards the ping.
Okay. So here's what I mean. So
How can you make your mouse visible to us?
I don't know if I can. I can just do the pointy thing. So see this pink stuffs?
Yeah.
These are spikities.
Oh, I see. I don't see pinks. I just see an arrow.
Yeah,
I see like a pinkish purple. I think we're on a different layer.
Oh no! Curses, GM info overlay. You failed me again.
I just cheat by watching the Twitch stream, honestly.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
I can see everything.
Oh, okay.
Do you see the big
And
black box?
I see a little black box, and I see several. I see like another big
The big black
set
box
of
is right
black
next to the pink box.
rectangle. Yeah,
Yeah.
I see a black rectangle, and I see one small black box.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Apologies for my
large.
inefficiency with this program. So, okay. I think the reason was some of these were. Oh, I'm so sorry. It may be that none of you ended up choosing to walk over this because you parkoured over the pit instead. And then thereby none of these had been tripped. But let's just say that Ranger Tony shoots an arrow and then all these are out of the ground to be like,
Yay.
needed to hold off a second on that one, pal. Yeah. See, this is what
Yeah.
I'm saying about this place with the stuff and the... Ugh.
Well, I'm glad you came along. I'm gonna try to like around the triggered spikes. Maybe if I can climb like along the wall.
Okay. Make a,
Hand finger hold.
Make you grow through the wall and go inside the wall all the way down to the spot into the box.
Start like punching the wall.
if you want to, like, spider cling to the wall, kind of, go ahead and roll a, what would that be? Like an athletics or acrobatics check for me.
Okay, they were equally grand, so it doesn't particularly matter.
Nice.
Ranger Tony will. Ranger Tony's got a slightly different idea. Was that your 13?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll say that you're able to kind of do it, but it's real slow going. As you're moving along there, you're maybe like the third square down. Tabaxi Tony kind of assesses, pulls a hunk of rope off from his thing, ties it to the end of his arrow, shoots it to the other wall, and then stabs another arrow in the ground where he is, ties the rope to it, and he's just gonna like swing across the pit. But I'm gonna have him roll to do that. Where is my thingy dingy? Which numbers? This one.
And
That
don't
one.
forget you have a rod of lordly might too, which can go as long as you want.
Yeah.
I don't have it in my possession, do I?
Yeah, you had one last time because you have Darius's. It's weird. I don't know if I'm allowed. There's a reason to it, I promise.
Okay, all right.
However, you are.
Well, I already started this. I'll use it on the way back because
Okay.
this is not working for me.
Okay. So he is also going slowly, and it's at this point that you realize as you're both like slowly making your way through these previously triggered traps that, oh, you are like, you're having a rough time because of whatever time resets you're realizing you've had to deal with, as well as changing like your abilities 3 times in one day. And he's like far older than he's like the same age as old Taya. And you're not even sure how long tabaxis are supposed to live, so you're like, oh boy. Oh boy. But
Oy vey.
But you do both manage to make your way across and then head down. So do you see the blue cube?
I see a blue square. It's not filled in. It's just like an empty
Yes.
square. It's like
Okay.
but it's a blue line square. Okay.
Okay. But you do remember that from last time, right? That's the
Yeah.
teleport pool.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would like to. Well, I mean, how wide is that? Could I just jump over that?
If you make an athletics check above 10, sure.
Yep.
Wait a minute,
Yeah.
aren't you exactly next to the blip?
I'm not entirely sure where the blip is. I'm trying to get to it.
Isn't it that
But it looks
black
like I
hole?
can come down to the south, and then I can come up inside the wall.
Mm-hmm.
If I go south, 1 square west, and then north towards the blip. I think. That's my plan.
Yep.
And then let me rearrange so y'all both fit in this hallway. Ba-da-ba-ba. So while Rendor is off being pragmatic, what are y'all still discussing plans over there?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Just keep that in mind.
Yeah.
So Rendor is actively going to go get the thing.
Got it.
Where
Did
is
you tell
my...
us that before we left?
Yeah.
Well, Rendor, was it in your intent to communicate that before you left the rest of the party? Well, yeah, because you asked,
Yeah,
does anybody
yeah,
want to go with me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I can message them as needed. We're within 120 feet of each other, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, or Darius can message me if he needs. We're like making some progress. There's some traps, but
Oh.
Tony, the Bo Tony,
Love it.
managed to handle that for us. We're just making our approach now to where I think it is.
All right. Do you want to make either a perception or investigation check as you approach?
Sure. I think I will do it as it does not matter. Right. Oh my gosh, I'm picking up phone again.
What is
I'll investigate. Here we
What'd
go.
you say?
Let's investigate.
All right. Nice. So 19.
nice?
Yep.
Okay. So you're relatively sure that this hallway is pretty free of traps, since there's still some part of your brain that goes into default that mode, but you're able to approach, and as you approach, you see that the area that your blip is is pretty much marked by what is more or less another pit in the ground. And as you get closer, you realize that the blip is like pulling you downwards. And you look, and it's just dark for as far as you can currently see within there.
Hey, okay, I've got 50 feet of rope. He's got. Did he retrieve his rope or did he leave it there?
He left it there to use to climb back off after, but he still has some more. He would have had a lot.
Okay. Is there any place I could fasten an end of the rope to? Or if I like tied like my short sword into it and wedged it somewhere?
You could do that, or I could do another one of my arrows.
I look at my girth and I look at the thickness of the wood on the arrow. How do I feel about that?
Make an intelligence check.
Didn't I hear you say before you had Featherfall?
I do, yeah. I'm just trying to think, how do I get back up?
No.
Because I was going to just be like, hey, let's go. Woo! And then I was like, wait. Wait.
Oh.
That's a good point.
Oh, wait. Darius knows fly, though. So it's good.
Yeah. I was going to say also telekinesis. But, so
yeah,
was
but
12
that
your...
can't be my...
Was 12 the intelligence check, I'm sorry?
Yes, 12 is the intelligence check.
Alright. I think you're not as comfortable with the arrow, but in immediately trying to come up with alternatives for the arrow, you're like, oh wait, fly. That's a thing.
Yeah. Okay. We'll feather fall our way down. So, jump with me. I got a spell.
Oh.
Alright.
What are you, nuts?
See if he does it. Yeah.
Make a quick persuasion check.
Sure. I think that's a +2. Is it? Oh, it's a +3. Do you trust me?
Noise. Stop.
Is that a 21?
Yeah.
I love it.
You hear Tony go, all you gotta do is jump! Okay. Give me 2 seconds as you're falling. Real quick, I want to cut back to Vincent. Have you tried to do anything else, or are you just keeping an eye on your friends?
Can I make a request that Gregnut walks up with popcorn and is like, hey guys, what are you doing?
Oh,
If you want to use your... Okay. You can use your Oliver roll on that, or you can just give me that suggestion and I can do something else with it.
I guess I'll just give you the suggestion and let you do something else with it. Also, have you given more thought to the other part that I sent you?
I have. I'm
What- do I
considering
have
how to
to-
implement it.
Okay.
So, yes, but you're not currently aware of what that would be anyhow because of simply the nature of the thing that it is.
Okay, that's fine.
So give me...
so maybe Gregnut shows up with pop beans instead of popcorn.
Oh my god. Yes.
True. But I think as far as Vincent, I probably would just be watching, paying attention to my friends, like you said, but also, maybe having some light conversation with the other person.
Ooh, like what?
I don't know.
So, did you mean to come back to this place, or was this just a happy accident on your part?
I don't know. I think it might have just been a side effect of what I did in there. You saw what happened, right?
Kind of. I mean,
So
he
did-
kind of gestures towards the screen. You see the accuracy that I've got going. It was a bit more melodramatic when I saw you do... Like, they zoomed in on your face, and your eyes got real big.
Weird. Just
So
did
do you
I
constantly stream this show?
Yeah, do you Do you get any other channels? Or...
God.
Well, actually, when you say that, he like reaches forward and taps on it once, but before he can like tap on it, like he's going to show you how to change the channel, walking in from the side of the screen and pushing the other program off as though summoned, you see Gregnut just like
Oh my god.
walking through a field with Kronkadonk next to him,
Oh, aw.
feeding him beans in like a idyllic picture. Phew. I'm so glad I got to spend the time with you again,
Would you like
Kronkadonk.
me to drag this voice?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
What
What
would
do you want me
Gregnut
to
say? Give Gregnut a monologue on how grateful he is being to spend time with his dog on a summer sun day, and I will interrupt as needed with further prompting.
Oh, Crocodile, it's... You don't know how much you need this, buddy. You know, sometimes life... I can hear you laughing. Sometimes life gets really hard, you know? You're trying to impress your family, or you're trying to grow some beans, you're trying to make some powerful weapons, and sometimes it all just gets to be a little overwhelming, but then you just gotta sit down, feel the grass beneath your hooves, look up at the sun, and just pet your dog, you know, Crocodile? Man, I really appreciate you. I don't think you know how much I love you, man. You're a great dog, and
Vincent is crying a little bit.
Kronkadonk comes up and starts to like headbutt Gregnut's hand, and as he does it, Kronkadonk opens his mouth and like he's gonna make another sound, but then instead you hear kind of coming from the sky, "Hello there, Greggy."
hello?
Hi.
It's you again. Where have you been?
Well, you were doing so well with your friends. I wanted to see if you were able to get by on your own. I'm not going to be able to be around forever, Greggy. You have to know that.
But I don't think I can do this without you.
Are you sure?
I don't know. Sometimes that's how it feels.
Well, your feelings are important, Greggy, but that doesn't mean that they are fair when you're talking about what you're potentially able to do.
I guess that's true. Maybe I'm just too reliant on you, because you're so nice and you tell me all the right things to do, and sometimes it's hard to do that on your own.
I know, but sometimes you have to because they have to be your decisions. Unless you're okay with them not being your decisions.
What do you think?
I think that you can get to be very smart on your own, Greggy, but it's never good to be entirely alone.
I guess that's true. I don't ever feel like I'm alone. I have Crocodonk and I have a bunch of new friends. And I think that they're pretty cool.
That's good, because when you're alone, you subsume yourself into never-ending darkness and despair.
That's true.
Who is this person talking to Gregnut? I don't like this show.
I was just gonna ask you something.
Mm-hmm.
Where did you come from? How
How
come I can only hear you and nobody else can hear you?
I came because you needed me, Greggy. Nobody else needs me like you do.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what happens if I don't need you?
Oh. Well.
I'm not saying I won't. Just out of curiosity.
Well,
Out of curiosity.
Well, I'll be proud of you for growing up and learning how to do it on your own. But I don't know, Greggy. Maybe I'll turn into something else you do need.
Like what?
I don't know.
It's getting weird. Can we change the channel?
The dark figure leans forward and knocks a couple times, and it flickers through a couple other things you want to look at, but he keeps going until it lands back on the dungeon.
Oh. Is there? Wait. Can we go back? Like, is there? Do I know what they were, or?
Make a quick perception check as he does it. It's real quick. Actually, roll a. Well, I don't have his.
This is getting weird. Can we change?
I'm uncomfortable, Mom.
Poor Greg. That is just alone with his darkness.
This will come back. Don't worry.
Is this lady and the shadow in cahoots somehow?
Oh my gosh. Who knows?
Conspiracy time.
Mm-hmm.
What was I having you roll?
You said perception.
Yes, I don't see it yet. I just see Rendor's last roll.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said wait or something, so I was waiting. Well,
unfortunately, you're not able to quite tell what the other channel showed.
I'm gonna use my
chaos roll. Okay, roll roll 1d6 to see whether or not you're able to reroll with advantage. A 2.
No.
You may reroll with disadvantage. So reroll that d6 twice. Take the lower.
You know what? I'm gonna use my switchy switch just because I can.
Really? Hold on. Can you do that with the d6? Oh.
No, well, the d6 doesn't have stats, or I don't know. I guess it's up to you.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing. Because you said it, I want to let you do it, but I want to let you know there will be consequences you do not anticipate.
I'll just not do it. I'll just roll perception with disadvantage. I don't need to see what's on
Vincent doesn't know the meaning of the word.
Hmm?
Vincent doesn't know the meaning of the word consequence.
It's true. Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh no.
So you do not notice anything about the other channels he flips through. You're just like confused by colors, and one of them had like bright light, and then he goes back to the dungeon viewing, which we will now. Yes, what?
I don't know if this is unfair based on my prior role, but I want to ask, I'm like, can you view anybody?
Oh.
Not anybody.
How long have you been watching us?
Time is kind of weird here.
Can I ask an off-topic question real quick?
Yeah.
Who was it that had the Sonic voice? Was it this? It wasn't this character, right?
I think it was, actually.
I think it was too.
Oh, that's why. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So yeah, there was a time, Ryan, when my mic didn't work for many sessions, and so while I was DMing, I would type out things in this Roll20 chat, and then other people would read it, and Max gave this guy a Sonic voice.
It was fantastic.
That's why I didn't understand who this was. Now I know who this is. Okay. Until you said Sonic voice, I was like, oh, that's who this is.
Precisely. So yeah. And then he kind of like laughs. I want you to roll another d6.
Ooh, okay.
And he actually kind of laughs, and it strikes you again how his teeth are kind of like familiar, and he goes, I guess you could technically say I've been watching you from the very beginning.
What?
And then I want us to cut back to the dungeon scene. Okay. And then
You're
Okay.
too slow.
Whoa. Whoa.
Well,
Okay. I need to draw some extra circles just real quick. Give me 1 sec. Okay.
what is happening?
I'm going to da 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 da. Where's my buttons? There's my buttons. Hoo ha hee ha hoo. Okay. Very, very useful sounds I'm making, I know.
Yes. Agreed.
I want the circle. Oh shoot, Rendor, you were gray. I'll make you a darker gray. That is Rendor.
Dark Rendor.
Dark Rendor. Doot, doot, doot. Shoot, beans. Bow Rendor. Round for the curved shape of the bow. So the ping now sits directly... Okay, well, it's super dark down here. You do land and realize that the space that you're in is far wider than just, like, a single cube downwards. Because you can, like, hear a slight echo when your feet land. Do you have a light spell? And or does...
Yes, I snap light on with
Okay.
a little light cantrip.
Alright.
Thank goodness I picked that.
So, go ahead and make a quick perception check now that y'all can see around you.
He also has dark vision.
It's true.
Oh, Darius has dark vision. Oh, well, that's even more useful. Okay. Well,
Even
There's
so,
my perception.
some light would be helpful. Okay. So you're too off guard by the fact that this room is bigger and you're standing on a round thing and the artifact is right over there but not in a box. Why is it not in a box? That's bad. I'm going to roll for other Tony.
what is this? It's like a puzzle room. Oh my gosh, I have to read these quotes.
Okay, so other Tony kind of goes around and like walks forward. He originally starts to walk just towards the thing and then gets distracted and he's like, "Hey, this isn't just like, is that the artifact or is this the, I've never actually seen it, but the forward, backward,
Word.
always,
Away.
never." Wait, my accent is all over the place and I'm sorry. Forever,
Everyone.
once. Is this a clock? Is this like the worst clock I've ever seen in my life? What is this?
It gives off the vibe of such. Can I try to message Darius?
Give it a shot and I'll say roll a luck roll for me.
Okay. Just a straight D20.
Yes, please. Okay. So, the distance and the amount of stone usually would be a little bit much. I'll say that you're able to get through like a third of your words like it's through static. But go ahead and say what you would.
I should have planned that out. Okay. Hey, Darius. Clock, room, and time stuff. Found it.
I'll say Darius, roll the perception check to see how much of that you were able to make out. Darius? Hello?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, okay, perception.
Hello.
Okay, so I'll say all of that staticky thing you were able to hear. So you heard Rendor say, Darius, clock thing found, which I think is roughly what you said, Ryan. I'm sorry, I feel like I should have remembered it better.
I can't. That's hard for me to remember too. Clock, room, time thing. Found it. Something like that.
Yeah. So you hear that, Darius.
Okay. And I send back. Grab it. Come back. Let's get out of here.
Okay.
You roll. Yeah, that's fine.
Or do I? Will I hear that? I guess. Sorry, I kind of jumped the gun on that.
Go ahead, roll perception. I'll say so long as you get like above a 15, above a 13, you'll get the gist, even if you don't get the exact words.
All right.
Yeah, you got it. All good.
All right. I'll grab the time thing. The time device. I will tentatively grab it. In fact, no, I'm not gonna just grab it. I'm gonna like throw something at it first.
What are you gonna throw?
I don't know. What do I have? Are there any like loose stones or anything on the? Throw an arrow at it or something. I'll just throw an arrow at it.
Okay.
I'll just throw an arrow at it.
Roll with your strength.
My strength. That's gonna be 2. Oh. Dang it.
Okay.
No.
Missile with it.
So you throw it towards the thing. It lands maybe 10 feet away from you, kind of sticking into the side of one of where these arrows is on the ground. And you can see it is like, now that you've tossed an arrow at it, you can see that one of these like big clock hands is like a slightly raised, thin stone thing. But as you like let your gaze, sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm just commenting that it's weird.
Mm-hmm. As you let your gaze kind of carry past towards where you were trying to get it to land, because you got low perception earlier, it's kind of hard to tell, but it seems like there's something weird with the artifact. Yeah. You can't quite tell.
This unsettling.
Yes.
Should I rage? No, I can't rage because then I can't cast spells.
Me before I cast Malfestio's Ancestral Strength.
Yeah. All right. Well, you know what? Hey, Tony.
Yeah, Tony?
Can you just put an arrow on the artifact and let's just see if there's a trap or something.
All right. He turns towards it, and as he's like reaching into his quiver to pull out an arrow to put onto it, he just kind of looks down and he goes, "Oh, I think that's bad."
What?
I'm no clockmaker, but this looks broken.
Oh. Should we just go procure smarter people?
Hey, I don't know who you is in your universe, but I think I'm pretty smart.
Oh, no offense. Many minds make smarter things. I don't know.
See, that was a very smart statement, but I do agree, let's go get our friends. Though I will say, I am confused, especially as to why over here the time is just... This ain't even a word. This is numbers. What is any of this?
I don't know. I'll message back to Darius.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least I'll try to.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, can you come here and bring people that you consider intelligent?
Was
I'll
that
say
me?
yes.
Okay.
I've got a feather fall if you need it. It can do 5. So here's the directions, and I just kind of tell them the way to get here. And that can get through. That's the intent.
I'll say okay.
Can I message back and say, can't you put the timepiece in your backpack and then bring it over here? Discreetly?
It's a message back. It's complicated. You'll see when you
get here.
May I, real quick, request, this won't be your Oliver roll, but may I request real quick from you, Ray, will you roll a d6 for me?
Sure. That was to me, right?
Yes. Yes, you, Dr. Ray Von Licht.
I forgot for a second. I was like, wait, Ray? Oh, yeah.
Ray Skywalker.
Oh, no.
Okay. Never mind.
No.
There, you could use a chaos roll. Or
Chaos roll to reroll.
He doesn't even know what it's for.
Yeah, exactly.
But
so.
we're nearing the end of our session probably anyway, so you have to use it at some point.
It's not incorrect.
Not incorrect, huh?
When was the last time you used an Oliver roll? It was to bring Iris here, wasn't it?
I think that was all.
Morgana?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think
I
that
was
was
just
me,
there for
but
I was just there for the.
Moral support?
Yeah, that's it. All right, you guys think I should use a chaos roll on something I don't know what it's for?
Why not?
Okay.
Alright, so then roll a d6 to see whether or not you will be able to re-roll this with advantage. So roll 1d6.
I'm nervous.
Noivus.
I'm nervous.
A 5.
Ooh.
So you can re-roll that with advantage. So roll 2 more d6, and whichever of those 2 d6 is higher, you get to take.
Come on, Darius.
This is so nerve-wracking.
It's not for that. It's not. Okay.
Come on.
Come on. Come on. I don't even know what it's for, but come on.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh,
Okay.
D8.
oh, that was a D8.
Oh.
Sorry.
Wait, what does it mean? What does it mean?
He has to roll a second d6.
Okay. Darius. Darius. Ooh.
Oh, there's a 6. Okay.
Ah,
Okay.
Well,
better.
it's better than 1.
Okay, so I was having you roll to will as Ray. That message would work. Essentially, if you had gotten a 6, message would work exactly the way that you wanted to without me having to be like, but since you got a 3, it now, between you and someone else who is an active member of your party, message will not be hindered by any stone or things between you. So now you and Rendor can hear each other clearly.
But just him and Rendor.
If anybody else has message within the party, there are no surfaces between you. So long as you're within the range of the spell, we'll be able to stop it from coming through.
Okay, nice.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Oh, much better. Yes, that's much clearer. I don't know what you did, but that works very well.
I see.
Can you hear me now?
Dang it.
So go ahead. Essentially,
So
what
how
was it?
difficult is it?
I was just giving him directions and telling him to come here because it's complicated and we need smart people help.
Yeah. He just asked, how difficult is it?
I think that should probably be your answer.
Oh no.
So you hear Rendor, usually confident Rendor, go,
Okay. So what kind of different problems did you have in getting there?
There's a drop of about, I don't know, how far was the drop?
maybe a good 50 to 60 feet.
Okay, there's a 60-foot drop, and then there's a giant room. It's a giant clock with the time thing, but I'm scared it's going to explode or something. And then the clock hands point to words, and there's too many words to be numbers on a clock, and I threw an arrow at it and I missed.
Alrighty then.
All right. So, Darius, do you share this with your party? Which we can now come back to where Vorgana, Pam, and the rest of y'all are hanging out. So, what do you say? What have y'all been talking about whilst this has all been going on? And what are you plan to do now that you have this new information?
Well, I was slightly nervous about the younger Taya talking to the older Taya about Drax because I didn't want that to complicate anything. So I was like, kind of considering if maybe I should kind of stop this conversation.
Okay.
So,
Did you?
and I communicate this to my party.
Okay.
Should I just let this happen, or should I try to actively stop this? I don't know what the consequences are. Should I even care about the consequences? Because Vincent didn't
Okay,
seem to care about the
so I
consequences.
message to my team. I say, our presence has been requested at the object. So
Okay. Well, we should probably tell
I've
the
been given
Tayas.
directions, so let's go.
Should we tell the Tayas?
All right.
Please. Maybe that'll help distract them.
Let's let them duke it out. No,
What?
just kidding.
I'm gonna go walk over there.
Okay. What do you say as you
No, we
approach
bring our
things?
Taya with us.
As you
What did Darius
We
say?
bring Iris with us.
No, yeah, of course Iris, but I'm wondering about the other Tayas. I'm gonna go see what's going on with them. Give me 1 second.
All right, so you head over. Things seem slightly tense. Too much hasn't progressed. The bodyguards of the younger Taya have gotten slightly closer, but were intimidated by a glare from the older, and thus are allowing them to continue to kind of battle it out. And it's still very strange to see a young and old version of the same person in ever so slightly different clothes just argue with herself. But essentially, she's trying to calm her down from her hysterics, and now the younger Taya is accidentally being gaslit by her older self. No! You don't know what you're talking about. No one whose Drax has ever existed. It doesn't... Listen, I don't know what happened while you were unconscious, but clearly you got hit on the head. You're fine, your party is here, and honestly, I could use another pair of capable hands like my own, so I'd really prefer if you could start to behave yourself in a manner that is seemly of our
Excuse me?
character.
Excuse me.
Less filling, tastes great. Less filling, tastes great.
What?
Dad, was that a commercial that was just on TV?
Yeah, maybe 40 years ago. It's a Miller Lite commercial. The two guys are arguing. Less filling, tastes great. Less filling, tastes great.
I see what you're saying.
I see.
Okay, can I just interrupt for a moment? And I want you to both understand that you're both correct somehow. You're both right. But I'm going to try to convince you that right now we cannot focus on this, and we instead need to go look at the timepiece, because we just found out where it is.
Roll a pretty high persuasion check, my friend.
Alright.
Because Taya, both versions of her, are very much the kind of person who likes to be right. Okay.
Don't we all?
So, you see older Taya kind of consider it and then eventually sigh, and she lets go of the slightly passive-aggressive, slightly maternal hand she had set on her younger self's shoulder, and she says, "Well, that's good to hear. Thank you for your assistance. Listen, we can finish talking about this whenever we get back, alright? There's no need to...
Sorry, go ahead.
There's no need to cry over some weird wolf dragon boy thing who never existed. Stop it."
Lady. You need to just chill out and stop thinking that you're right all the time. Alright?
Well, I'm sorry. When
Yeah,
you've been trapped in
we're
the
tired of
same...
this stuff.
We will talk about this later, when maybe we all have more insight. Okay?
She raises her hands and is like,
Mhm.
"Fine, if you know where the artifact is, just show me."
let's go. I like swing my arm around. Like,
Mhm.
all right.
Okay. So I think it'll probably be our current group. So Pam, Iris, Vorgana, Darius head over here, slowly followed by the other two Teas, slowly followed by the other two Chips, and the other less agile Tony. Well, he's not a... Oh, heckin' beans. Layers! I can't escape you. I can't escape you in my working life. I can't escape you in my Dungeons and my Dragons.
Didn't alternate Darius say bring all the intelligent people?
Yes.
Is that all of them?
I don't know. That's up to you to decide. He specifically left it up to a judgment call for you. He said, bring all the people who you would consider intelligent.
Oh, I'll stay here.
I
No, I'm
I
kidding.
say just bring my team.
Yay! Darius is letting me come. I'm smart enough.
Okay. I'm going to roll... I want you to roll a wisdom check, and I want all of them... I'm going to have all of them roll insight checks. Well, I'm going to have the two Teas roll insight checks. Boom. +3. A wisdom check, if you please. You've rolled a wisdom save.
Are we all doing wisdom checks?
La-di-da.
This is just for Darius in particular, to see
Okay.
whether or not he... Whether or not this is a wise distinction to make on his own. Okay. So look, you actually did better with the wisdom check than the wisdom save. That's nice.
Nice.
Okay. So, if you do such, it will probably insult at least older Taya, if not everyone. So it is up to you whether you want to insult them, is what I would caution you. But I'm going to roll insight in for the two Tayas. You also visibly see Darius make that decision, Vincent, and you're like, ooh. Oof. So are you sticking to that choice, Darius? Darius?
Well, her and I didn't get along very well to begin with, did we?
Correct.
So to avoid hurting her feelings, I guess you can come along with us. But I want her to understand she's not in charge.
Okay. Do you want to
So
tell her that?
I say, come on, let's go. Follow me. We're going to bust through this wall and go down the hall.
Okay. So far, she seems to be agreeing with you. She's like keeping an active check on the younger Taya. She's not saying anything passive aggressive to her Pam. She's just like actually kind of looking out for her, like making sure she's coming. So how are you going to break the wall?
Was any one of those 5 people got a strong guy in there?
You have 3 chip.
What?
You have 3 chips and a fighter Tony.
Times 3.
Yeah.
Okay, so break down that wall there.
Okay. Alright.
That hard?
Am I just gonna do a... Yeah, I mean...
Just
that
go
should be
ahead and
fun.
roll a sword attack. We're gonna do a fire bolt for the sorcerer one, and then what was the third chip?
Just roll a straight attack?
Yes, please.
Chip is a sorcerer?
Lizard chip is a sorcerer.
He's a lizard wizard.
Yes.
Cece.
That's Cece's character from Space 80s.
Yay. Very true.
Okay, so Lizard Wizard hits it with a +6 firebolt, so that's gonna be 3d10 damage, plus 13. That'll hit. Go ahead and roll damage for that.
Nice. Nice. Okay. I actually don't know what I'm attacking with. Let's see, Chipoconius. Okay, I guess I could just do longsword, I guess? Well, no. I'll do the spear.
Okay.
'Cause that's piercing. 1d6 plus 4.
It warms my heart how you become a more frequent GM, and then you notice the things like the types of damage. It warms my heart, I tell
Yeah.
you.
I'm starting to notice a lot of different things. Which is cool. I'm excited.
Yeah. Ooh hoo hoo hoo. Okay.
Hey, well, 6 damage. Come on.
So that's 24, together with the firebolt damage from Sorcerer Lizard Man. And
Okay,
then the third chip.
Nice.
What's another class that exists in Dungeons and Dragons? Oh, the third chip says, "Stand back, everybody." And then he's going to pull out the flute that you saw the original chip had and go, and he's going to cast Shatter. Oh, wait. Yes, it is Shatter. He's going to roll. He's going to cast it at a higher level. And then, so, fire, spear, shatter. This whole, like, chunk of the wall falls.
Nice.
All right.
Whip.
Let's go.
Party on, adventurers. All right.
Party on, dude.
So pretend you all
Where's my
fit.
car?
Pretend you all fit in that hallway. So you head on down and you see roughly the same thing. You can see further up ahead this pit. These two are actually no longer standing here. The pit that these two went down into. And currently you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people. So what is your plan here?
And there's 2 people in the pit. That makes 11.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I get out my rod of lordly might,
Okay.
make it a ladder,
Mm-hmm.
set it in the hole,
Mm-hmm.
climb down the ladder.
How long does it get to be? Is it like 90 feet or is it 50? You'll be able to do it either way.
Yeah.
Okay. But alright, so you all climb down the ladder slowly one by one. Tony, you first see, I'll say, Darius, did you probably go down first?
Sure. I don't care.
Okay. So you see Darius's feet descend into the room, and then Pam's, and then Iris's, and then everybody else's, and you're like, oh! Everyone is here. Everyone has shown up. Lovely.
Yeah. All the minds.
All the madness.
All the
So-
minds to make a decision.
Yes. So, let me... Let me see if this works. Will it let me? Yay! Huzzah. Let me adjust the relative sizes. You know what? No, let me just make everybody else bigger. What am I doing? Hep. So now everybody else has shown up.
Where the heck are we?
Whoever wishes to can make a perception check.
Yes, please.
Okay.
I wonder what Vincent is seeing right now.
I'm having flashbacks from the puzzle room that we did. And I'm like, not again. I'm glad I'm not there.
Alright, so we got
Yeah.
a 13, a 6. Darius, you're just looking immediately for the artifact, and then you see it, and then once you see it, you're like, I don't get why they couldn't have just picked it up, and you start walking over there. Pam and Morgana, I'm sorry. Y'all are walking in a real big clock, and you don't know what that means when you're in like a time loop dungeon, but it probably isn't good, or is at least confusing or going to be.
Good thing we have 2 oracles. I don't say this out loud.
But yeah, let me roll for Iris perception as well, actually.
Yeah, I did
Nice.
arcana and investigation. So
Fantastic.
So as you
I'm
get
gonna
closer,
investigate.
you can begin to realize exactly what Rendor meant. As you get closer to the artifact, with it looks broken. It looks very broken. Like the face is off, the springs from inside. It does not seem to have the arms of the clock are like bent out of shape, and the timepiece as a whole is just kind of destroyed, like somebody dropped it down this hole. And then arcanically, this whole room is kind of like slightly buzzing with magic in a way that it feels like it's embedded into the very floor that you're walking on.
Alrighty
Old
then.
cleric Taya,
Yes.
have you been here before in your
I
travels?
admit no, I haven't seen this level before, which leads me to believe either something has changed that has either uncovered it or created it in the recent timeline variations. Hold on, she's going to do a perception check. I'll do one for Iris as well. Both of them will use Taya's because she has good. So Cleric Taya sees it first. When she sees that this is broken, she like wanders over to where you are, Darius. Where as soon as I can move you separately from Morgana. There. Her face just kind of goes exceedingly pale, and she just kind of kneels down next to it and stares in horror. And then Iris follows after and just kind of looks over her shoulder, and her face also goes pale. And then Cleric Taya is silent, but Iris starts to go, wait a second, I don't know what that means. That can't be right, can it? That's the artifact. The artifact wouldn't just break. It's enchanted, right? That doesn't make any sense. But Cleric Taya does not say anything. She is staring at it. She is just staring at it.
So Darius is going to ask a question to old lady Taya. And say, so have you ever seen it in this condition? Was it in this condition when you first found it?
She kind of silently shakes her head.
Okay, so it's not going to work anymore. Is that correct?
She doesn't say anything. She does not move.
If you didn't see it this way ever before, and it's broken, didn't we just find that that's what you wanted? You wanted it back to where it was supposed to be and not be able to use it? Didn't we just find that?
Her like eyes meet yours with a kind of fiery yet 1,000-yard stare. I need you to roll an insight check.
I look over to the figure and I'm like, did I do that?
Oh,
The figure shrugs.
perfect.
To be honest, I just kind of watch. I know the bad things my decisions do. I just kind of play along.
I don't think I meant for that to happen.
Then I don't think that's you particularly.
Hmm.
Also,
Okay.
are you Oliver? And then it cuts. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not gonna do it.
Come on, please say that. It's so funny.
Okay, I'm like, also, are you Oliver? And then you can cut it back.
You see his smile like drop, and then it cuts.
Oh
no,
god, that makes me
that's
scared.
so
Though.
creepy.
It is.
Okay.
Oh, I don't
So-
like that at all.
Darius, this woman has paraded
Yeah,
around here
sorry,
acting
Oliver.
arrogant and know-it-all and stuffy and rude, and she's been mean not only to like your kids who are here with you, but also to the younger version of herself, which doesn't make any sense to you. But now she is terrified, and her face looks simultaneously like she has the kind of burning rage that comes from being so afraid that nothing else matters. And yet, it's like her face has been transformed into a little girl's. And she just kind of looks at you and goes, "This isn't what I wanted at all."
Oh no.
And then, unless any of you has a pressing idea, I think that can be where we end for tonight.
Oh my god.
Oh, man.
I like it. I think that gives us time
Tale
to
of the broken clock. Yeah.
What if I stomp on it and destroy the thing altogether?
Yeah, let's smash it.
I don't think
So it won't
They
ever
would
be
like
able to
that.
trip again.
What?
Do you actually actively want to do that right now?
What? No.
Yeah, I do.
Please don't. Don't. Please.
Damn it, Pam.
Do it.
If
Let's
you
do it.
want to make a strength check,
Darius has that idea.
The next episode will be called "Damn It, Darius." If you do that.
Let's do it.
if you want to make a strength check,
Okay.
Why
I
would
just have
you
to
do
say,
that?
when it comes to the names, okay, it's either the case of the broken clock or damn it, Darius. And honestly, damn it, Darius sounds cool.
Why would you do that? She's already upset about it being broken.
Damn it, Darius, and by extension,
that's what-
Pam, and by
That's what our Iris is saying all
Damn it.
along. We have to stop them from using it again,
But how will we get out of here?
right?
Wait, are
I
we
mean,
talking about this out loud, or are we talking about this like out of place?
I
Oh,
I
okay.
take out
Talking about it out
Doomhaven.
loud.
I take out my my axe.
Oh my god!
So Iris,
Okay,
I'm
so
going
we're
to call you Iris this time. So, isn't that what you wanted to begin with? To stop them from using this item?
I'm going to roll. Okay. Ryan,
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you a favor. I'm going to roll a wisdom check, a luck check, and an intelligence check for Iris right now. I want you to help me remember that because I think I'm going to try to come up with a mechanic around that for her oracleness. So she's going to roll that right now. And we're going to average out.
Wisdom, and luck.
Yeah.
All right. Wisdom, intelligence, and
And it's going to be with Iris's stats, not Taya's, because you addressed Iris. Intelligence.
what is with my party trying to break things and kill
Wisdom.
things? Why?
And luck.
Ooh, that was a good roll.
so intelligence. Well, I mean, you can see it. Like it's right there.
Mm-hmm.
Intelligence is 20.
And then wisdom is a natural 20.
Nice.
Luck is 17. Those are some really good rolls.
Yeah.
Really are.
Here's the thing. Iris, whenever I need her to roll stuff for story purposes, she always rolls good.
Hey.
What's the last one?
Sign of a good character.
It's like she's some kind of oracle.
Yeah.
Oh my
What's the
goodness.
17?
That's luck.
Yes.
Luck.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what do you say, Iris?
I think.
Let's get out of this bottle.
I think that this is a version of what we wanted But now we have the choice taken away from us. And now we're landed in whatever version of history we have created now, which may not last if the magic that was done by the artifact is reset. And it depends what this room does. Because something is linked about this being destroyed and this existing. So, yes, and no, and maybe. And then I think that can be where we end the episode. Unless, do we want to cut back to Max and the Dark Figure real quick?
Yes.
I kind of do want to see what is happening.
Jesus.
So
Yeah.
I want to
let's
RP
end
that
it
with you.
there.
So say the thing.
Also, are you Oliver?
Oh my god.
The smile drops from his face, and he kind of stares at you. I need you to roll another d6.
Oh, I kind of don't notice at first, and then I like slowly look over and realize that he's just staring creepily at me.
Oh my god.
Oh no!
Even when I'm not there, can I give him my chaos roll?
Well, you didn't use it this session, did you?
Yeah. No.
Then yes, you can.
Did I? I didn't. Yeah, no.
Honestly, I'm kind of
You kind of want to keep
curious
it as
to what
one.
would happen, but I'm not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth.
No, it's fine.
I don't know. Yeah, do you think I should leave it a 1? I'm kind of interested.
I don't know, but what if that doesn't? What if you find out no information because you rolled a 1?
Hmm.
Start rolling up your new character.
No.
Can you imagine?
What does everyone else? Does anyone else have any input? Should I re-roll?
You can have mine too.
You
Okay,
used yours.
I'll-
Yeah.
Did I use my chaos roll or my Oliver roll?
Your chaos roll.
Okay.
Oh, that's...
You can have my Oliver roll.
Can I have Rendor's chaos roll?
Sure. I'll donate it.
Okay.
What do you think? Do you want it or do you just want to play it out?
I'm honestly so curious as to what happens.
Well,
Like-
why did she say why she wanted you to roll a d6 or no?
No.
Okay.
I feel like it might be more interesting with the 1 though.
What if that just leads you to no information? I guess if it leads you to no information, that's what it is, and you can find it out later.
Yeah.
It's totally up
What
to
if
you.
it leads to really creepy, cool stuff?
I don't know. That's true. I don't know how this
We
works.
need more creepy, cool stuff in this show.
Oh, really? Have I not been scaring you guys enough? What a shame.
Oh my gosh! Stop.
The dark paladin was kind of creepy
Yeah,
in more of like an ominous,
Yeah.
unknowing way.
I like that.
Yeah.
Oof. This is such a tough decision. I'm gonna roll a d2, and
Okay.
if it's 1, if it's 2, I'll re-roll. If it's 1, I'll keep it a 1.
Okay. Okay.
All right, I'm keeping it a 1.
All right. You ask the question. His smile drops. And something flickers on the face that almost look like eyes but aren't. Like little points of light.
What?
And he goes, "Don't call me that. My name is Dex." And that's where we'll end it.
What? What? Why'd he get so upset? Oh, why? Why?
Not at all.
Characters? I don't know.
Oh, that's spooky. That's spooky. Not gonna lie.
As my foot comes down on the timepiece.
Yes. Just chaos everywhere. Yeah. Well, I
Wait.
hope. Yes.
You literally just said it, but what did he say his name was?
Dex,
Dex.
Okay.
like the
I'll
stat.
have to remember that next time.
Yeah, I think that we
Yes.
knew that before.
I think
Right?
so too. I just forgot what his name
Yeah.
was.
I mean, still, that's yeah.
Yeah.
Why did
that
he
was
get so
super
upset?
spooky.
He kind of like reminded us of Oliver in the past too. So.
Yeah, I think so. It's really
I don't
strange.
like
Yeah, it was another Oliver's characters in a different role in a different game.
Yeah, I mean, you could say that all of these characters are Oliver's characters, though.
Mm.
It's strange, man. I mean,
Also, Vincent just peed a little. Like, I have to go.
Good no response, just
stuck in
pee.
this room with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I know. Ooh, can I do that, Max? May I do the thing? Can you telepathically tell the thing I want to do?
No.
It's the thing that you DM'd me
Um,
about. I want to do a. I want to do a spooky with it.
Ooh, right
Sure.
now?
Just a little cliffhanger, like we do sometimes.
Okay. I'm scared.
We've had like 3 cliffhangers right now, but I'm still for it. I'm just saying. This is a lot.
The foot and the.
Well,
yeah.
maybe we can. I don't know.
No, I mean,
I'm
it's up
down.
to I guess it's up to you and Granny Max, but I'm down. I'm just like, dang, this is like cliffhanger number 3 right here.
It's up to you, Granny.
Okay.
Grace
I'll-
is smashing. I'm smashing.
I'll just say you see a familiar shadow that you know belongs to Vincent, but it can't belong to Vincent because he's not there. But you see it walk attached to a person across the beach, and then you watch as its form shifts as he puts on his mask, and then heads off into the distance of the island.
Wait, what?
Uh-huh.
Can you like repeat all of that?
Let me use narrator voice. Okay. We see the white sands of the beach of the island that you all have been on, the abandoned Turtle Island, and we watch as those white sands become darkened by a familiar shadow, Vincent. Only this can't be Vincent, because Vincent is decidedly elsewhere, unconscious, asking questions he doesn't know if he really wants the answers to. But this shadow, we see it shift and change with the exact movements we've grown familiar with, but a bit twitchier, a bit more aggressive, as we see the shadow put on his lion-faced mask, and then stride off with long legs into the distance of the island.
Ugh. Y'all must.
Vincent clone.
There you go!
Wait.
Dark Vincent.
I have no clue.
Welcome back!
Is it Hellwind existing outside? Okay, we'll talk about this.
Yeah.
Next
For
time.
real,
This
you.
is a
Nobody
lot
knows
to
it's happening.
swallow.
Okay, so then I can theorize.
The only person who knows about it is the NPC whose name I can't remember, but who is important. I'm
Come on.
awful with that. I'm awful.
Oh.
Linda?
Linda?
Was it not Linda?
No, it starts with an M, I think.
Who?
The person who we met on the beach. I don't know if you were
Oh, okay.
there.
Got it.
Yeah, you may not have been, hun.
Oh,
Well, okay.
think I was
Welcome back, everybody, to DieRole.
welcome back, everyone.
Welcome back.
I hope you had fun.
So as I stomp on the thing, there's like a pulse of energy, like an EMP.
Do we want a fourth cliffhanger?
Stop.
More cliffhanger.
Oh my gosh.
And then
We
we all
need a
wake up on the
triple.
beach where we started.
We need a cliffhanger for A story, B story, and C story. Green.
My poor heart.
I can keep going. You stomp on the clock, and then I think the screen cuts to black before we see what happens, Darius.
Okay. Do you really do that? Do you really step on it?
Yeah, that's the whole purpose of what we're doing. We have to stop
Yes.
people from turning it on.
I guess.
I love it, Darius.
Of course you would.
Either I can stomp on it or
Morgana can smash
whatever
it.
his name is.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my
I love it.
axe smash.
I can
Okay,
do a
axe
fort.
smash.
Darius.
Bolt smash.
Yes.
Alright, stomp.
I love it.
So we need 4 cliffhangers per episode now. Which honestly
Yeah.
I don't think will be that hard.
Yeah. Can we get a
It
cliffhanger
all-
with Dragnet?
It's like the shawarma like end scene. It's like the joke one.
Eating
Uh,
a
Yeah.
Sure. We cut back to Gregnut eating a picnic lunch with Cronkadonk. And then Cronkadonk steals a
Yay!
turkey leg out from Gregnut's hand and then runs off into the sunset with Gregnut running after him like, "No!" And it's very cute and fun.
Adorable. I love it.
Well, I hope everybody had fun. It's lovely to play with you all again.
Thank you, everyone.
Yay. That was really fun.
Yay.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Have a good night, everybody. Do y'all want to do your very special sign off for our lovely viewers?
Yeah.
Wait,
All right.
Nick's here. Do you want to do our very special sign off? Do you want to do our very special sign off?
Does he remember what it is?
Ashoka!
Okay. Who
How
wants
could
to
he
count
possibly
down?
forget?
In
Nick should
5.
count okay.
Sorry.
down. Either way.
10,
10.
9,
I'm so sorry.
8, 7, 6,
6,
5,
5, 4,
4,
Five,
3,
3, 2,
2,
1.
1.
And
that's just how we roll. Good night, everybody. Thank you for playing and for watching. We love you. Good night.
Good night. Love you.
Bye.
Bye.